if everybody's okay with that.
Sure.
Ooh. I am now the official Bellstone tracker. If everybody's okay with that.
The what tracker?
Bellstone tracker.
Oh yeah. You could blockchain it.
Everything's better on the blockchain.
I agree.
Personal medical records, blockchain.
What the heck?
Sounds like you guys just finished up a little recap.
We did.
Excellent.
We kind of got this.
Oh,
these things
maybe.
kind of look like hater tots when Kobe tots came down. Is it kind of like the same fireball?
They said he said they were bigger. If
Bigger.
I'm not mistaken.
Not.
They're not bigger?
You are not mistaken.
Oh, I'm not mistaken. Okay.
They are indeed bigger. Togetots came down in what was like a pod for a single occupant.
Uh-huh.
These are larger objects, it seems.
More advanced race. If they don't colonize us.
I have 400. What is this?
We're gonna war of the worlds. They're gonna catch our disease and die.
How much?
What a disappointing ending to the campaign. You
How
guys like all die, but then they like drink some water and die.
Mm-hmm.
It rains. They all
They all
disintegrate.
my own
Can I put this down
weakness.
Oh yeah. Just move on, man. Whatever, Mark.
Cool.
I'm just kidding. It's. How do I make this work?
What are you working on?
100 gold per pound. Bellstone. And then we have how much of it? 590 pounds left. 594. So I think I had 4 pounds.
We'll just wait till we have a wizard with me to spellcasting components. We'll see how long this lasts.
So we have 59,000 gold points worth of. Is that right now? Bellstone.
That wasn't what's name, what? 100 gold per.
59,000.
Yeah, it's 100 gold per pound. So
And we have, yeah, okay, great. It's there. We have it. It exists.
I think I can.
You know what we need is a stat sheet for ship.
yeah,
I'm gonna make a stat sheet for Shippy.
please do. I did intend to provide that at some point, but you know how it goes.
Yes.
We have 2 ballista, correct?
You do have 2 ballista.
Okay.
And we upgraded them, is that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So.
So I looked at the old stats. They could fire once per turn.
Now they can fire twice because they're magically auto-loading.
No, I have a magical.
And I forgot to mention that also they are +2 weapon now, in addition to being magic.
So attack plus 10.
I don't know how to make this in
One of the documents that I emailed to you guys way in the back days,
Yep.
a couple months ago,
I
maybe.
have a stat sheet on it.
Yeah, so there will be alterations to this base stat sheet for Shippy, but you can use the sailing ship as a rough guide.
Thank you.
And I'll tell you, yeah, we can go over what's different as things come up.
Callaway. Come Callaway. Come
And I put some
Callaway.
labels on our model here. to help with.
Starboard.
Yeah,
Us describing what we're doing.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Port and starboard, fore and aft. There's the forecast quarter, and then there's also like crew quarters here, helms up here, but then there's the navigation and the captain's quarters down below there.
Where's the kitchen?
Probably in the lower decks somewhere. No Chippy's crystals down at the very bottom of the vessel.
Okay.
Where's ellipses being stored?
Yeah, it's up to you guys as well. You guys have a lot of space in this vessel.
I feel
so
like
you-
we wouldn't put him in the bottom.
I mean, he is quarantined.
He's quarantined, but we like him.
Yeah. He has saved nibbles.
Yeah. So
Possibly.
yeah. Put him here.
He has two P's, right?
Got a nice porthole right in front of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Self-harmonizing interplanar pleasure
It's so
yacht.
depressing.
Interplanar.
I just I get Napoleon Dynamite active affectation. That's what I've envisioned.
Right, yeah, yeah.
It's very much
Yeah. So, did you find that doc?
Yep.
Awesome. That document also has some really good examples of additional upgrades that you guys can make to Shippy with exotic materials.
Ooh.
It has like upgrades, and then it also has like maybe they're all in the same spot, but they have like pretty fancy magic upgrades and stuff that we can use as inspiration.
Mark, he's talking about all these options. Exhibit's gonna pop out.
Yo, let me pimp your ride. I heard you like ships, so I put a ship in your ship. So you can sail while you sail.
We'll put the subwoofers.
Just screens everywhere.
Let's install wheels so we can get spinners on them.
It's like TV screens on the bottom of the ship for some reason.
Advertising.
Clearly, Shippy's intelligence is not 0.
Oh, clearly not.
Never mind. Don't come up with it right now. We have other things
Yeah,
to worry
that's
about. It's,
Yeah, Shippy's
Maybe
dex is
26?
going to be higher than that as well.
Okay.
Shippy's a swift little craft,
Okay.
powered by magic and not a lame sailing boat.
Yep. Okay. It's fine.
Then we have had the long rest, yes.
Yes.
So you guys, yeah.
AC is.
Long rest, and then the only thing you guys did after that was did you cast Fabricate on?
I
after
cast
the
Fabricate,
rest?
yep.
And you cast your 1 day's use of
Yes.
res. Cool. All right. Cool. Any other business before we get underway?
How many pounds? 1 pound per 1,000 gold pieces?
The
1
Bellstone?
pound, 100.
100.
100?
Bellstone.
100 bellstones.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, 100 pounds?
1 pound is 100 gold.
Okay. 10 pounds.
10 pounds.
Can Gray take 10 pounds of bellstone?
Of course, Gray can take 10 pounds of Bellstone if he tells us what he wants it for.
He's going to do it anyways. But you ask first.
Oh, I think I already gave you that 10 pounds.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I took that out last. You asked for it last time, didn't you? Because so we started with 1,000. I took off 200 for the ship thing that we did, and then I took off another 200 off for the whatchamacallit.
So you guys did
For the ballista.
Opticon and the ammunition.
Yeah.
Upgrades.
Oh, and then I gave you 10 gold for reviving, so you haven't had your 10 gold,
Okay.
so you can take your 10 gold or 10 pounds. Yes,
Yeah.
that's 580 for everybody listening at home. So we have that
580 pounds.
584.
Thanks for keeping us honest in the chat, everybody.
Yes, thank you. Really appreciate it. Make sure you check out our Patreon. Jesus Christ. I like pretending to have a podcast.
And remember, men's lives matter.
That's how we get them back. Last time we felt like we alienated some of our viewers. So.
Yeah. They were talking about how they needed the women to.
I love you all. Hope you all appreciate the amount of love I have.
Just the amount of feedback we're getting of people just thinking we're like misunderstanding or mischaracterizing the Gwyngold Imperium. Just, I think we just need to change tack for the next campaign.
I'm gonna play as a peacemaker.
Oh, that's. Oh no.
Our biggest uptick in viewership has been during the ration campaign.
We got a whole lot, but we've lost all those people. So
Yeah.
All of those people.
Everyone's like, this new DM sucks. Bring back damage.
He had it going on.
More Raisha. There is a note on the bottom of these maps indicating the scale of them.
Ooh.
We will be leaving this stationary and you can have we can use that to depict where you are on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
This one's 5 feet per square like usual, and the ship is to scale roughly. Shippy's dimensions are going to be a little bit different than this thing in the end, but this is what we have. This one's each block is 50 feet. And you will find there's a to scale little shippy. Another quick cut roughly.
Oh, nice.
It's adorable.
And then so here's shippy at 50.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Like what, 1/10 scale. Awesome.
That was very clever, man. Is Shippy +6 to hit?
Shippy now is a plus 10 because of the +2.
+10 to hit.
Yeah, so it's a +8 and then a +2 from its
Okay.
magic.
I'm not gonna delineate. I'm just gonna put +10 to hit. Because we scare because we care. Smells like marijuana. It's delicious.
Oh, fuck. Looking for scraps?
120 and 480 seem like reasonable feats to you.
For range?
Range.
Yeah. I think I went with the standard. I might have increased it a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was
Oh, wait, you
120
have it?
for a- Yeah.
What am I doing? Thank you. You have all the information right here.
Mhm.
JC's even a little higher. I don't know. 40-10.
40-10 piercing or 40-10 bludgeoning, depending on what ammo we're using.
Although now it's all magical.
Now it's all magical. Well, yeah, that's true.
I believe the bludgeoning ones do additional damage to like structures.
Okay.
So then we have to lay siege.
Exactly.
Is that 40-10 +2 now? Because of
Yes.
+2 weapon. Okay. Awesome.
Plus the dexterity of the operator.
Oh.
No, we'll leave that out. That's too much.
Leaving it out. Especially since we have some like non-magic folk,
Yeah.
non-beastly.
Just have the regular crew shooting that. It'll probably be like a negative modifier.
I want to hear Evan, so I'm gonna put the shit over here.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I did take notes on that. I'm so good at notes sometimes. I just then lose them because I'm so disorganized.
I don't know. I feel like we were all down here, weren't we?
I just put Gray there because that's what it feels like reach.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah, I think Gray's up in the helm.
You are up at the helm.
he's flying.
Where are you?
And you guys would be down by in Shippy's or wherever you guys were working on Togatats, maybe in the lower deck.
We were in the lower deck down at the main room.
Yeah.
Down with oh no, we were in a locked room in there. I remember.
Do you guys know about the fireballs?
We looked out one of the portholes and saw the fireballs, yeah. Or we didn't. I guess Togatas did it first. He said, "What's that?"
Yeah, we were talking to him and he's just like, hey, guy?
Okay.
I just had a potato chip that was folded in half and folded in half again over another chip. It was like the crunchiest experience.
Oh, layers
So
of
nice.
crunch.
I love layers of crunch.
Mm-hmm.
That's my band's name.
It's a funk bluegrass.
Like hardcore punk.
Oh wow,
Layers of crunch.
All right then. We do resume with from last time with Gray taking the helm of Shippy and enjoying the wild delights of Shippy's renewed energy and vigor with the recent upgrades and just the knowledge of just having all that like potential fuel and the potential that Shippy can now achieve has just been expanded so dramatically. And it's like given Shippy also just like to some extent more access to its own memories and stuff because it's been able to do some of these things in the past presumably, but had at that, you know, as you guys had learned, had to cannibalize itself to keep central processing function alive. And Gray has, you know, interpreted that in a particular way of a heightened state of arousal for Shippy. Shippy's in the rut.
Shippy's horny.
And meanwhile, Xerox and Beep Boop. Was Nibbles in there too?
No. Oh, French. Yeah, Nibbles is there.
Oh, Joel gets 2 turns.
It's not what we want or need.
I have a moon deck.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Look at him. He's all cute.
Oh, it's so cute. What's that?
Or this one's more fitting. I feel like this one's more fitting. I picked up the goblins for.
Always nice to have goblins on hand.
We also need a Togatats, I suppose.
Yeah. It's so badass. Are you gonna run Togatats?
Yeah.
That's a mistake.
You can have 2 turns, not 3.
Mark loves my turns. They're always so fast.
I do often love your turns. They're often so exciting and interesting.
Yeah.
They are.
Sometimes they go a little long.
They take so long. They're fun. It's gonna be even better with 2 casters.
Excellent.
I agree with that.
Joel is prohibited from playing casters in the future.
I don't know. Last time I played a martial class, that also took a lot of time for some reason. I don't remember why.
It's probably a monk. Monks are like super complicated.
Oh,
Yeah.
monks are fun.
Yeah.
I did play a monk.
Super fun.
Monks are fun, but they're like.
I tend to stick to like fighters and rogues for one shots.
Mm.
I don't have to learn a whole lot about a character.
It's barbarian. Smash!
I can't wait to listen to the Zed scabs.
It's up there now.
Yeah,
I finally got it. Thank you for your patience, everybody. For some reason, that took a lot of energy and the right motivation.
I unsubscribed. Yeah.
No, I again, no worries. However long it takes you to get those up there, I love having that up there. It's great.
It's fun. I like to do it. I really do. It's not that much work. It's just sometimes
I get it.
Time consuming.
My brain literally died on Friday. Tuesday last week. I don't know what happened at work. I saw like 5 patients in a row, and by the end of it, I was like, I'm going to explode. I passed out. I was like, oh god.
I definitely have days that, it's stressful at work and I get home and there's just so much to do there now. So
Yeah.
I can't even.
I just can't right now.
So I'll do some basic stuff.
And just take vacation days from working on your house.
Right.
I feel like that's vital.
It is. Having spent this weekend working on my house.
And so, your attention, at least down in the hold, with the chamber of Turin with Shippy's crystal, you look out the porthole and see 3 flaming objects plummeting out of the sky in your direction. Give me a perception check, and you can make one as well, Trey.
Oh yeah, boys!
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
My perception, if we're using my perception, is 28.
Nat 20
Oh my
for
god.
21.
21.
2 Nat 20s?
Holy cow! Yes. All right.
Really good looking.
You first, through just Shippy's senses, feel everybody walking to this side of the ship, and you hear them there's some sense of murmuring in the background of your auditory reception of them conversing, and you hear them talk about what is that? You extend your senses out, and through Shippy, with a nat 20, you can't see that far. Shippy doesn't have eyes in the typical in what we would consider as eyes, but Shippy does have this extremely sensitive awareness of air pressure and changes in temperature and wind and things like this, and there is a colossal amount of pressure that's being pushed even from this distance. Those things that are falling so hard and fast that Shippy can feel the pressure and change in the air from their approach, and you can tell that there are 3 vessels. 2 of them, they're not falling all together. They're falling kind of in a string coming down, as if they started their journey downwards at different points or at different times. And although they're falling in quick succession, and furthermore, with your natural 20, you can tell that the last one in the trio is not like the others.
So
These things are plummeting incredibly fast and drawing close and will be upon you in no time at all, given the speed of their approach. You see that the first 2 they look like they are almost just mostly just not balls, but this kind of round, more or less disc shape, but a large, enormous thing. It's also just very difficult to get a sense of the scale of them, given their rapid approach without any contextual clues in the sky.
Yeah.
But this thing looks dozens of feet long, or the long side of it, this kind of donut shape, or more maybe a shell, a conch shell.
Okay.
That's kind of what those 2 look like, because they're plummeting. You can see flame just licking up around them, but not burning them up. The last one looks like an insect. It has this insectoid sort of shape and appearance, like a praying mantis or something. And it is
diving, screaming through the air, like nose down, and like trying, it seems, to catch up to these other two vessels.
Okay.
Like it's chasing?
Exactly.
Do we feel like these things are heading towards us?
Oh yes.
Okay.
They will be upon you, I will say, in 2 rounds.
First thing I gotta do is, Tokatai. Sorry, just what we come to call you. I know you have a number designation and all. Do you recognize those?
Togatats, reporting for duty. Abominations approach.
What? There. But this is how you approached us.
Abominations approach from above.
Are you an abomination?
I scour abominations from the world.
Xerox will say, "Good enough for me," and start running up to. Are any of our crew members around?
They can be mostly just where you'd want them to be. They'd be either minding their business. Certainly, Ellis would be avoiding Gray. But other than that, they'd just be up to their own, just normal duties of tidying up and
As
making
I
this place.
pass one of them, I will shout to them, "Those upgrades! Were you able to complete those upgrades?"
Everything's ready, Captain.
And I'll be hastily making my way towards the ballista, one of the ballistas.
Excellent.
Chippy, you said that you might be able to teleport us now without the need of everybody else.
Yes.
Is that a fast process?
Relatively, yes.
I don't know what that means.
It'd take about 1 minute for me to prepare the spell.
Damn it.
Gray is turning the ship to try and like head right into him. He's gonna hit him with a tuning fork.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You
Gray
guys-
knows how to. Gray's a bird at heart right now. He's gonna get him.
You guys feel the lurch of the vessels. It turns like almost like this all nearly vertical like angle to ascend towards these things falling down towards you. And there's like momentary sensation of like getting like you might be pushed off your center of gravity, like fall over. But there is a like something like an artificial gravity that sort of like takes over aboard Shippy, where down is still down to you, despite the ship like in this like almost vertical compared to the ground. Shippy's magic and its like in its sphere around itself seems to create this sort of like standard orientation.
Ship creates its own gravity.
Yeah, basically.
I was just writing. Shippy has gravity. Well, Shippy, can you get ready to take us to Cragstone Hearth just in case this goes poorly?
Changing direction. Well, the navigator is currently under control, or navigation is currently under control by Gray.
It's not like a thing that you can like just teleport us there. You have to be
Oh,
pointed
the
towards it.
teleportation. I
Yeah.
can prepare to teleport us there.
Great, you work on that just in case we have issues here.
All right. And you like feel this sort of like hum begin to be emitted from Shippy's crystal. So we've got an action. I think that's everybody's actions. I think with you running in to face them, they're hitting next round instead of round after. But I think this will. Why don't you with that action? A very action that's probably taking your pursuers by surprise. You can roll initiative with advantage for the ship. And yeah, now everybody just roll initiative at this point.
Goddamn 3 and a 4. So 4 plus whatever.
That's a decent initiative. That's odd.
21.
23 for boopity boop.
Okay.
These guns, are they on the side of the ship? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
where are they located?
Yeah, the guns are like right here on either side of the deck, or the main deck. And remember, they have the ability to kind of like shift up and around, and even be like just angle and hang over the sides of the ship to shoot down. So they have a pretty like almost 360 like range of
Basically, just can't shoot.
exactly.
that
Yeah,
way.
it's just like through the hole of the ship is like the only spot it can.
Okay.
All right, Gray, what'd you get?
4.
4.
Whatever Shippy's initiative is.
Oh yeah, so we'll call that a 6
Yes.
for Shippy. And that was with advantage.
Yeah. A 3 and a 4 is what I rolled.
Damn.
I know.
Xerox,
21.
21. What are you doing down there, dogs? Bumping into my legs a lot. And Nibbles?
Nibbles
And
is
Beep
a
Boop?
9. Beep Boop is a 23.
Nibbles. All right. Fantastic. So if you disengage from the helm at any point, we'll just have you roll your own initiative at that point.
Okay.
And Shippy will just keep this one, and you'll get your new one. Beep Boop,
Yeah.
it is your turn.
Excellent.
Pesha, you're being very unhelpful, I imagine.
Just a little.
As your turn begins, you what did you end up doing on your turn?
I was telling Shippy to. I didn't really do anything.
Did you want to
Told
move? You
Shippy-
can move as well if you
I
want.
would like to start running towards the top of the
Yeah,
ship.
you and Nibbles can go up.
Yeah.
And you guys, like, it's just like kind of like some quick stairs to get up. So if you guys wanted to just take a dash action your last turn, you could get onto the main deck.
Excellent. Perfect.
For sure.
And we'll put Total up there as well. Cool. Yeah, so you'll start here on your turn. You look up now that your vision is no longer obstructed by just looking at a porthole and see these like flaming things, these large, like similar in size, if not like you're not able to get like an exact measurement or anything, but like similar in size to Shippy, maybe a little smaller, but like vessel size things falling out of the sky. The two that are, the first one rather, to arrive, the next ones are going to be arriving in turns after this. The first one arrives, like, instead of just like, it begins to slow its movement, like burn, like air is just like burning around this thing, and it turns, and you see like, it is indeed like, looks very much like a nautilus shell, and it turns itself around till it's like, has this like, where the opening would be, you see this uncoiling of tentacles out of it. And it then like draws itself out of the thing, like kind of extending itself. So you have this like nautilus shell with this like extended body and these like tentacles at the end of it. And it is clear this thing is a vessel, not a creature, or not solely a creature.
Have I seen this before?
No one
No.
has seen this before.
All right.
No one living that you know of.
Great. First things first.
And
Did they
we
look-
have Shippy,
Yeah.
miniature Shippy here on the board.
Uh-huh.
We also have miniature nautiloid ship coming down. And we'll put this coming down about right here. And maybe we'll just use stones to indicate height. So this nautiloid ship is coming down from the heavens above. I'll say it's maybe like 100 feet up, and then, you know, from could be 150 feet. So it's like, you know, what would that be, like 200 something feet away.
Okay. 200 feet away. I am going to create. I'm going to use my action to create two of my electric cannons. Both are small little, like, quickly knitted turrets with tiny feet. One will like jump onto my shoulder and attach itself right on my left shoulder, and the other one's gonna like appear, crawl up, and sit on Togatops. And say, hope you're okay with that, and that will. And I don't have a bonus section, so that will. I'm gonna head towards the tuning fork
Okay.
and yell at.
This is you.
Yeah. Yell at Ellis to hop on the other turret that Xerox is not currently on.
You got it, Captain. You guys have noticed that they basically just call all of you Captain right now.
That's fair.
Yeah, so we'll put, we'll just understand that Ellis is going to man this gun here.
Is there a bonus action? I can shoot. I think they're too far away to shoot. Let me see their range. Oh yeah, 120 feet. Too far away. Yeah, that'll miss me.
Okay. After Beep Boop, we have Xerox.
Xerox will man the turret and will. They haven't engaged with us yet,
They have not.
so I'm going to hold my attacks until this nautiloid structure engages with us. I'm going to hold my attacks.
Okay. Yeah. Fantastic. You hold until aggressive action is taken. Man, what a shame. I really wanted that ram action to go off.
Yeah.
With that low initiative is.
Yeah.
As this nautiloid ship is next to act. It where are my stats for this thing? Flies down, just hurtling through the air, spins around to expose its tentacles at Shippy, and it is approaching at high speed. There's no reason, like unless this thing has a very alien sense of, greeting a stranger. This thing is coming in very aggressively, I will say, even without like an insight check or anything. So
Okay.
feel free to take your attacks.
Okay, I will do so.
Get real.
I think we only get 2.
From my notes, it said that there are 3 shots per round.
I think I said that it gave you guys 1 more shot per round, and maybe I misremembered that it was 2 already. But I think it's 2 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I mean, it would be nice, but
Wouldn't it be nice if
Okay.
we had more shots? Then we could hurt them shits real bad.
The
Oh,
DM
no,
give
no.
it, the DM take it away.
I'm gonna say that's a 12.
12? That does not hit.
Okay.
First bolt launch just slams into the shell of the thing and just glances off.
Unless you allow me to take reckless attacks with this.
No. No. I recklessly pulled the trigger.
You're not raging yet. You didn't say it, so.
Oh yeah, I'm not raging.
I think you can reckless attack.
Yeah,
even
you
when
can
you're not.
reckless attack
Yeah.
regardless. Oh my god, 2 2s in a row.
Oh man,
That's not lucky.
we are not rolling well today.
Alright.
I rolled 2 natural 20s. So
I rolled 1 natural 20. I think it's
Fire the
about
first bolt, and the magical apparatus now for the machine just goes, and a new bolt just slides into place. And it's maybe just a little different. Like with the upgrades, change.
Yeah.
You practiced a little on the old design. It's just a little bit different now. And both shots just glance off the
Xerox,
hardened shell of this creature's ship.
Xerox says, shouts out, apologies! I will be better!
Before you got that out, I shouted back, Ellis, come on, I told you to. Oh. Okay.
Ellis is. Ooh. You told Ellis to do that on your turn?
No, I was just making fun that Ellis was the one missing. 'Cause that's
Oh,
what
I gotcha. But you
But
did
then-
remind me that Ellis wasn't on initiative, and I would have certainly forgotten her. So, Ellis with a 19 initiative is also going to take 2 shots. So, why don't you roll 2 shots for me?
No,
For
no.
Ellis.
Oh no.
He's rolling for
7 and a 3.
7 to 3, so that's
17?
plus 10.
17 and 13.
17 hits.
All right. Okay.
So roll that damage.
40-10.
4d10.
4d10
Whoa.
plus 2.
It's
Oh, boy.
15.
I think those 2 9s?
No.
Oh, it was a 9 and a 6.
25, 26 plus 2, 28.
Nice.
That was crack shot.
Yeah. You got it.
You hear one of the other, new hires aboard the ship says, "Looks like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, eh, Ellis? Nice shot."
Bastard.
Gray just immediately just pushes the pedal
Yeah.
more.
You feel like a shiver.
It starts turning so that turret hits.
Scrape Ellis off on the ship. It is their turn. It was like 220 feet away. It is going to be dashing towards you guys. And it's going to make it to about 75-ish feet away from you. So we'll put that like right here and like pretty much level now. As it approaches you, give me a perception check.
Everything?
Yes, you guys all have your attention focused on this vessel at the moment.
25.
23.
20 for beat boop.
You guys are rolling great for perception and nothing else.
Great.
We can see it, we just can't hit it.
Exactly. You guys see as this like almost like sort of organic part of the ship extends out from the Nautilus shell, like creating a, almost like a deck similar to a normal vessel. So it's like it's kind of like first like front half of a ship with like a shell off the butt of it now, and then tentacles out the front of the ship as you do. You see that some creatures scramble up onto the deck of the vessel. And you see them in the moment before they turn themselves invisible.
Oh, fuckers.
With your very high rolls, they looked like dwarf kind of some sort. And they were not alone. And 2 figures step out aboard the deck as well. Tall and seemingly lanky underneath their flowing robes of black and purple and silver. They, in a similar fashion to the ship, have tentacles pouring from their face. There's a slight sheen, a slick of like oily sheen on their skin, on their kind of pale purple sort of skin.
How many did you say?
2 of these figures step out.
There were 4 dwarfish things.
You didn't see how many there
Just
were,
saw
as you
some.
saw some, and like some more could have gotten the signal to come out invisible as well. So you don't know how many of those you saw. I would say 4 for sure.
Okay. Okay, well, Beat Boop only rolled a 13. Does he, or not, Nibbles only rolled a 13. I just want to make sure, did he see anything?
Did Nibble see any of that? He sees the 2 figures coming out,
Okay.
but not didn't catch the invisible.
Alright.
Togatots. Is he active in this fight as well?
Togatots is active in the fight, and thank you. He did not have initiative yet. Luckily, that's low. Toga. That's God. If everyone would stop rolling like the same clusters of numbers, this would go a lot easier.
Sorry.
we have like a 9, 8, 8, 7, and a 6, and we have a 23, 21, 19, and then there's a 14 right in the middle of those two clusters. Classic. This creature, what is the range on these lovely abilities they have? A little far. Okay. You see the two tentacled humanoid things both begin to like levitate off the ground, and you see them surrounded briefly by a shimmering shield of like purplish and green light before it fades away. They've put some sort of warding magic on themselves. And they wait as their ship continues to speed towards you. And that's that ship's turn, just on the approach. Ooh, it does have ranged attacks though, so it is going to use those. It has, like your vessel, a pair of ballista on board, and it's going to take 2 shots. It does not have magically infused Shippy ballista, so just 2 shots coming at Shippy. And that's terrible. So that's going to be a, what is that? Let's say 13. Yeah, 13 and like a 9 to hit. Neither of which will hit Shippy's AC. What do you have for Shippy's AC?
15.
15, that is correct.
Thank you.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
Do you have Shippy's HP?
I put it down as 300 because that's what the ship was in there. But then
One of the fundamental enchantments in part of Shippy's design is being made out of that gloom wood. You can add one. You can multiply Shippy's health by 1.5.
So
What?
450.
450?
Thank you, O powerful DM. I will do such.
So 2 shots fly off this the now protruding deck of this strange vessel. 2 shots fly out of its twin ballista, and neither does any damage to Shippy, just skating off the side of the hull. And after that ship, we have Nibbles.
Okay. The first thing I have to ask.
Yes.
Haste specifically says the creature. Could Nibbles haste Shippy?
No.
Oh. Well, in that case, oh god. So challenging. I'm going to fire a Chaos Bolt at. I feel like firing it at the ship is not going to be as helpful. So I'm going to do it at one of those creatures that I saw with the things out of their face.
Yeah.
Because that seems more appropriate. It's not your dice, Nibbles.
They will have probably half cover from being
Just
on board
being on
the
a
ship.
ship.
Yeah.
That seems fair. I'll tell you later though. 20 to hit?
20. Should have looked up their AC because I knew this was coming.
Things happen.
20 does hit.
Yes!
Even with the that barely hits past their increased AC.
8 plus 1 plus 6.
And this is
A Chaos Bolt.
Chaos Bolt.
Oh, I forgot how to play this character. That is fine. It'll be fire damage. It'll be 7 plus 8, 15.
15 fire damage.
Wait, is that? Yeah.
15 fire damage sears into this thing. You can see there's like this like flurry of activity as it like silently screams as its tentacles flap around comically.
That was funny.
Anything else?
I don't have any other bonus actions to do at the moment, so I am going to run towards the fore of the ship.
Okay.
Jared, could you move me towards the fore of the ship at 25 feet?
And roll a
So it'd
d20.
be like over here, probably.
Roll a d20. See if
Oh,
I
yeah.
did already.
Oh,
Listen,
Someday.
I am aware of my rolls of the d20.
All right. That ends Nibble's turn.
But I appreciate your excitement.
I want to see some crazy. I want to see a fireball. You know.
I forgot I could do that.
Togatots comes up to the ship. You know that this thing is approaching from this side, you know, relative to the other scale of the map. So the ship is like off here in this direction, rapidly approaching. Togatots comes up onto the forecastle and sees himself, like you see him just like kind of like getting himself into position like this solid base, and like you can see like what you had found earlier in Togatots, a like seeming like gun mounting that had, you know, protruded from his arm at one point when it was broken, wasn't like retracting correctly, just like it sticks out of his arm, and he like prepares to attack whatever comes aboard. And he says, "The abominations approach. They will board the vessel." And he's going to end his turn there. Ship 2 is on the approach. Ship 3 is farther back and is tailing this one. So this is the weird other ship.
Bug ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are like, as it gets closer, you can see these things are like, look like almost like bladed wings more than they look like sails or anything to help keep it aloft.
What Star Trek ship would this resemble most? Is this a bird of prey mark?
It's more, yeah, it's kind of like that. It's like more sharp edges than a Romulan ship, though,
Okay.
you know.
Right now it looks like a bunch of board cubes out there.
Right.
Do we have photon torpedoes?
Smells delicious in here.
Some inspiration from the Pokemon Scyther, if that helps anybody.
What was that?
Inspiration from the Pokemon Scyther.
Ah!
Awesome. So they're approaching, and that's going to end Ship 3's turn. Shippy is up finally.
Does Shippy know evasive maneuver? The command evasive maneuver?
Shippy, yeah, there's a few things. Some of these are, they're in the dock, but you have some actions you can have Shippy take as when you're piloting.
Bye, Melissa.
I mean, if I was a not pilot, if I was to leave him on autopilot.
Oh, I see. Shippy says, "I can sure try my best. With the Panopticon Atlas integration, I have a little bit more ability to control my own navigation.
Oh, that's good to know.
I can do more than travel in the same direction or stay put. I can try and react to my surroundings and environment. And it sounds like that might be needed right now, because we might all die."
Gray says, evasive maneuver. Go to bug ship. And he will disengage from Shippy.
Okay.
This seems like an excellent air elemental time, even though
Oh my god.
I just did it. But do we know anything about like how far this gravitational field extends?
Yeah,
Outside of the ship?
absolutely. You would at least have a pretty solid intuition about that. You've felt through like your integration with Shippy the kind of extent of its like sensory apparatus, and that seems to be in a roughly 150 foot radius around the ship.
Fair enough. Okay.
No, you're good.
Good to know.
Let me see.
Yeah, he's gonna turn into a air elemental. You'll see. We'll hear. Gray runs out, psyching himself up, and if he could reach one of these bug guys or one of the tentacle guys, he will do so. 90
the ship
flying.
is still I think
100 feet.
100 feet away.
No, they haven't. The invisible guys haven't landed on our ship.
Yeah, the first ship is still 100 feet away.
Oh,
It's spent
gotcha,
its turn flying in.
Oh, I thought for some reason they're already on the ship.
No, they haven't gone there. Togetots was kind of forewarning you that he suspects that they're going to try and board the vessel.
Gotcha.
But they have not arrived yet. Likely on their next turn, they'll get as close as they want to get.
That's fucking ramming speed. He's gonna stay on. I can't.
Okay, he's going to stay on.
Yeah, he's gonna ram.
Shippy?
He's gonna go.
Hell
for it.
yeah. Alright.
Hello, food's ready whenever y'all are ready to take a break.
Okay. Well, we are on the bottom of round 1, so when we finish this ram maneuver up, and we'll take a break.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah, there are. Where's the? Is this not searchable? Collision maybe? There we go. Crash damage. So, Shippy has also a advantage in its design for such ramming maneuvers.
Yeah, fantastic.
With a giant adamantine pair of sharpened blades protruding from the front of it, the tuning
Touch me a
fork
peek.
can do. The advantage of that is that it shifts the ratio of damage that you will receive versus what your opponent will receive. Because normally when you ram something in a vessel, basically like you can do like a lot of damage, but your vessel will take that damage as well. So here you'll be able to take half the damage to kind of reflect like this is a more one-sided collision. So Shippy is a gargantuan vessel and can I'll let you you can also control this rate at which you're ramming. You can at full speed in a that might change as we get to if you ever do fly into space, but in a atmospheric area you can get up to a speed capable of doing 16d10 damage by ramming into
10
yes. But you will be taking half of that damage as well to Shippy's hull.
You got it.
Yeah, Gray's on board.
Hell yeah. Let's have it.
As far as Gray's concerned, once Shippy's HP returns to 0, goes to 0, then he just comes into Gray. He's fine.
just like
I've done this before.
Yeah, this is fine.
just like turning into a beast.
You want 16d10?
I don't want it. That's up to you. Like I said, you can do up to that. So you can, if you want to hold back and the gas, you can drop it down. But that's your upper.
No, Gray's going.
Oh yeah.
Full speed.
Ramming speed, Captain.
At 90.
90 points of damage.
I got to hold. I
So
take
45 points of damage to Shippy.
I should have a pencil.
100. Hell yeah. That makes me so happy. They're already got a collision. Ramming stone.
This looks so beautiful. Do the rest of us make dexterity saving throws?
Yeah, that's a
Crash
great
into
idea.
the ship?
Yeah, make a dexterity saving throw, everybody except for Greg, who was ensconced in the helm, or be knocked prone. DC
17's like a
DC
boss.
16, based on the number of dice that was rolled.
20.
17.
Yeah, good.
And I rolled with advantage because I have advantage because of my feral instinct.
Oh, perfect.
Do you want me to roll for Togotots and or any of the plebblings?
I got them. Ellis is in the gun, so she's kind of in a seated position anyway. Then really it's just Togotots remaining. The other ones, until you guys give the other crew commands, they're, I mean,
Just there.
not much better than commoners for the most part. So they're mostly kind of like hiding below decks, like waiting to like deal with anything that you guys need. So some of them, there was a cry of an exclamation of surprise as you hear some like thuds from below decks. But Togotots keeps his footing, like almost falls over, like plants one heavy foot into the ground and keeps his feet as well. Fantastic.
Then Gray would like to, if he can, tell Shippy to evasive action and disengage, and bonus action turn into an air elemental? Or is that too much?
I think you have to commit to your turn being either or
Gotcha,
when you're
okay.
connected to the Spelljammer.
Can you
ship.
end of the turn
No.
leave Shippy?
Yeah, I think you can. I'll say you moved, like Shippy moved and basically took an action for the command. So I'm gonna say that's gonna take up most of your turn.
Okay.
You can disengage from Shippy and leave Shippy with the command to evade.
Okay.
But that will be somewhat possibly difficult for Shippy, as Shippy's like the tuning fork blades at the front. You saw as you approach, like this thing was coming towards you with its tentacles like spreading out to like grab onto Shippy, and you just like turn Shippy straight into it, and as you're like you just flew blades like straight into the maw of this thing, just like piercing through the like seeming like at least semi-organic flesh of this nautiloid ship. And you hear this like just like gurgling scream come from the vessel, not verbally but psychically, just blasting like waves through your mind. This thing took a lot of damage there, and did not like that. And now the two ships are connected to each other, engaged really by blade and tentacle.
I love it. Evasive maneuvers.
Yeah.
Just the knife.
Yeah.
Can Gray roll for his initiative to see when he can break out? Or is he fine
Yeah.
for
You can
sure?
roll your initiative.
That is 14.
14. Nice.
A little better.
All right. Round 1 complete. Well, I mean, we had a couple rounds of ships falling. Those don't really count. Awesome. Food time?
Yeah.
Good time.
Ugh. I'm ready.
Wow.
I didn't have to do that. I am definitely going to jump when you do that.
When we're listening to it again in the future. Look, come on.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So we return to airship combat with weird shell organic ship enemies. And their mostly invisible crew. Round 2. Fight. Beep boop, you're up. Zeron's, you're on deck. Ellis, you're after that.
Okay, first question. How far? This is 2, 3, 4, 1, 250, 150?
Yeah. Plus it's up a little bit, so probably put it around 200.
Nice. That goes that idea. So the first thing. Oh, plus a little higher. We were 150 so far. So the two creatures on the ship, are they relatively close together still?
Oh man, I forgot. You got some extra damage on them for free because I didn't. They had that. I told you they put that like magical ward around themselves.
Oh.
I forgot to challenge you with that in your attack, but I'll
challenge.
remember it for next time.
I rolled a 20.
You would have had to roll with disadvantage.
Back in time. That's higher.
Alright, so good. All right. No what ifs. We'll play out every possible variation of this as well.
Let's do it. Please.
Yeah, they are. The ones that you saw on the deck were the ones on this ship.
Yeah.
They are. They're like now. They're still standing back at what their version of a quarterdeck, kind of in a more higher like command position of the ship.
Perfect. I cast Fireball at those two
Okay.
with my action.
Fantastic. With a little fireball action, I think that's going to bypass their.
Yes.
Yep, because it's an AoE, not target them specifically. Yeah, so they're just going to have to try and.
Their
Dex
DC
save.
is 18 on that deck.
They're
There's too many ones.
rolling with advantage
11.
thanks to their magical resistance.
Okay.
That one saves with a natural 20, and that one saves with a natural 19.
Oof.
So we'll take half damage from this.
And I'm assuming any of those invisible ones that are still around. 25.
25. So down to 12 points of
This
damage.
seems accurate.
Alright.
And then. Yeah, there's no way other way to do it, so I guess they'll do that with disadvantage.
You see, the flame just erupts and burns around those two. You can see it like flickers around them and like interacts with that warding shield or whatever it is around them, but just burns through it. But you also see two figures holding crossbows suddenly appear with burns all across them. Two Dwergar fall dead on either side of these tentacled creatures.
Perfect. And then I will use my bonus action to make my turrets light up and fire one at each of these two tentacly creatures.
We'll call this the enemy vessel, as it's connected to Shippy right now.
That might hit though. 16 at disadvantage on one, and a natural 1 on the other.
What was the first one?
16.
16. Targeting.
One of the two, the one on the right.
How are you?
Bonus action to use my turrets.
Oh, hell yeah. 16 was the highest?
Yes.
16. They still have a little bit of cover from being on the ship and being up on the deck with like some railing and stuff in front of them, or some weird organo ship equivalent of
Fair.
railing. So that just misses as a result of that.
No, I go miss. Deeply saddened by this, but it's okay. And then, is it a free action to hand something
Sure.
to somebody?
Yeah.
Can I hand my little bird the ball of yarn that still contains the spell and say, "Go give this to Timothy," and then let him fly away with it.
Absolutely.
And the bird will fly towards Timothy.
Fly far away.
And that will be the BBDS boop of a turn.
Okay. Xerox, you're up.
Do I see a door that these two characters came out of?
Less a door and more of some sort of like sphincter-esque like orifice that like opened up and then closed behind them.
Okay.
But there is access, behind them to the interior of the ship.
Okay. Interesting. I'm going to use my bonus action to fly into a rage.
Yes.
And I'm going to...
Nothing better than a barbarian raging.
I'm going to... damn, I can't do both things I want to do.
That's a problem.
You know what? I'm going to do it. They're approximately how far away from me are they?
So from here, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Plus a little bit down, so they're probably like 70 feet from you right now. But 60, I think, just horizontally.
Okay. So using a low trajectory, do you think I could dash and run into that door?
You want to get past them and run into the door?
Yeah.
I don't see what would stop you. What's your movement? Your movement's like what, 40, 45?
My movement's 40.
So you'd be able to go 80. Hell yeah.
I say go for it.
Yeah. I'm gonna fuck shit up.
Yeah, so you like run up the stairs and just launch yourself over Nibbles and over the ship. Yeah, so you fly through the air, and as you crest the front of the ship here, you are going to take 2 attacks of opportunity, which are going to be delivered with advantage from invisible foes. That is going to be a. Refresh this. That'll be. I think that's going to be an 18 hit. What's your AC now? What can I just ignore?
My AC right now, I'm holding my shield is 21.
21.
So I'm going to take back my rage. I want to take back the rage.
Okay, I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, so the 2 attacks actually that's just the first attack. I forgot that. That's cocked. That's a natural 1. Yeah, so both attacks, even with the advantage of being invisible and surprising you, both attacks miss, and you guys see 2 dwarven figures having just climbed up on top of the deck here. I'll just put like this, show, I guess this, for now. They're like imagine they're actually just on the outside of this climbing over.
Can we see them? Or are they invisible?
They just revealed themselves with that attack.
Oh.
Or attempted attacks. But yeah, you don't use your bonus action, but you do just dash past them. These also will get to give attack of opportunity if you want to go through if you want to try and get to the door.
So I would be able to get to the door.
You'd absolutely be able to get to the door, I think. Being able to open it though might be. You'll have to figure that out when you get there.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna use my bonus action to fly into a rage.
Okay, for sure. All right. Yeah, you like as you're like charging up towards the door, you realize like it's you didn't see there's no obvious like handle or anything to this like fleshy door, so you definitely like, oh god, I might have to sit here for a minute, take a few hits, run into a rage. These 2 are gonna take quick attacks of opportunity against you. First one with a tentacle attack, and they're going to be flanking you when they take them, so I'm going to give them advantage. Oh wait, you didn't take a reckless anything?
Sorry, did those 2 that attacked him earlier hit?
No, they both missed. Highest is a 19 out of the first one's attack. Second one, ooh, that's tasty. That'll be a 24.
That hits.
My D10's out here. You're going to take. Oh, that's shitty. Just 9 points of psychic damage.
Alright.
And if this target is medium or smaller, it is grappled and must succeed on a DC 15 intelligence saving throw or be stunned until this grapple ends.
Okay.
So, yeah, DC 15 intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh, that's not gonna make it. I am stunned.
Not gonna make it. Alright, you are stunned until this grapple ends. You end up right between them as this one, having just like latched onto you. You can feel like this like tugging. It feels like something tugging on your hair, but you realize the tentacles are like getting onto your head, and you feel it pull you back as you're like running towards the sphincter door, and you are stunned as like psychic energy is poured into your brain at like point blank range. Fun.
Alright. May have fucked up, guys.
Mind flayers, they're fun. Just getting a little head tickle.
A little head tickle. That's fine. Totally don't know what's gonna happen next.
You feel amid like the tentacles, you feel something hard brush against your skull as well. Anything else, Xerox?
Uh,
Yeah, that was your movement, action, bonus action.
use my.
That's all she wrote for you.
Well, actually, let me use my action surge.
Ooh. So,
Oh, I'm stunned though.
yeah.
Can't.
Stunned. When you're stunned, you can only take bonus actions, I
Nope.
think.
So I'm unplugged. So
Oh, incapacitated, yeah. Incapacitated, yeah. Stunned means you're also incapacitated, and that just means you can't take actions or reactions. So you still have bonus actions you can take. That's it.
I thought I would be able to get through the door. Oof.
And it takes an action to contest a grapple.
Yeah.
So you are pretty much fucked until somebody else helps you get out of this, it seems like to me.
Yes.
Alright. Just like to make sure I'm communicating things clearly when
No.
there's
You're fucked.
No.
Alright. Well, that ends your turn. Ellis is up. Ellis is going to, as these Dwergar now make themselves visible, Ellis right here on the gun is going to just shoot them with the with this enormous ballista. She just cries out, "Look out, Captain!" And is going to take. Why don't you guys roll that for me? Just, yeah, just take care of both of them there.
Oh, natural 101, 17 on that.
17 will hit.
Perfect. 40, 10. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. I love it. Yeah, 2. I should roll these on the internet, but it's too late. now.
Clicky clacky blocks. Roll down.
I'm trying
It's the
to.
benefit of rolling.
That's why we play in person. It's not about seeing each other.
7.
It's about clicky clacky blocks.
10 plus 15, 25.
25 points of damage. This one takes a ballista bolt straight through the chest, and even is like in large size. You notice that these Dwergar, you saw them when you guys saw them briefly before they went visible initially. They seem to be dwarf size. These ones are now like much larger. Now standing at like 7 or like 8-ish feet tall, having enlarged themselves by some magical means. This one just takes the bolt straight through the chest, just gets propelled backwards onto his own chest, just boom, boom, thud, dead.
Nice.
It's off the board. Good work, Ellis. Shippy.
Should be.
Shippy's
Yeah.
turn?
Shippy's turn. Oh no, sorry, that's ship 1, not Shippy. Ship 1 is Nautiloid 1. That's what I should call it.
That's what we're attacking.
Yes, that's the one that's entangled with you right now. It has been gored by Shippy's tuning fork blade, and is, you can see just like blood-like fluid pouring out of it. There's hemorrhaging, but it is not done yet. It is going to bring its own hidden beak mouth to bear. It's like Chippy basically stabbed it down its mouth and throat, but now it's like with its tentacles like trying to pull Shippy even deeper so it can like bring its beak to bear. And it is going to try and bite Shippy. It gets a 19 to hit, which will hit. And where's my other Shippy takes 20 points of damage. And you guys all hear Shippy like groan as some sort of like psychic damage is dealt to your vessel. Your vessel, this wouldn't be as big of a deal if it was merely stone or wood, but having a seemingly sentient core, the psychic damage is particularly effective against it.
This ship is immune to psychic damage.
And that's the ship's turn. but not the turn of all of its crew, 2 of whom are now going to turn to Xerox and do some bad things to Xerox. Some very bad things.
Bam, bam, bam.
I mean, I did pick up reincarnate, so.
Wait. Hold on. Can I, before this attack happens, did I previously state, or did I not previously state, that every morning before Xerox wakes up, I cast Mind Blink on her?
I do remember you saying
thought I
something to
previously
that
said
effect.
that, so I just want to make sure that it's in the record that Mind Blink has been cast upon her every morning since I had the.
Doesn't that mean that, doesn't that give you immunity to psychic damage?
I think it does. Immunity or resistance?
Immune to psychic damage.
Oh,
I
yes.
apologize that I
Yeah.
did not intervene sooner.
Mind Flayer killing machine.
Alright, well.
Stupid Mind Flayer killing machine, but a Mind Flayer killing machine.
Hell yeah.
Just
And they can't sense your emotions or read your thoughts. Not as relevant in a cutting them apart sort of fight. But, yeah, hell yeah. Thank you for now. Once you said that, I was like, oh, he did state that.
I just wanted to make sure that I said it
Yeah,
earlier. 'cause
earlier
if not, then
I was just like,
I wasn't sure if that was a one-time thing or if that was.
I think it's, yeah,
I meant it as that would be the thing that Beep Boop would do every morning.
yeah.
He knows his job.
After you mentioned it, I feel like I remember that. Like earlier, I was just like, am I like, do I remind them? Do I tell them about this again? Like, oh shit, what do I do as a good DM?
As a good DM. Keep it until someone tells you otherwise, because if I didn't remember, it didn't happen.
I was thinking about, they are a divine boon. Maybe a little divine reminder would have, a beam of Pelorian
Hello!
sunlight
Remember that
from.
one time.
It's in his programming. Every morning he wakes up, he runs, that protocol,
Yeah.
that app.
Beep Boop with the save here.
I had to. I
Oh, yeah.
did get you beat up by General Harko in the temple. I might as well use my newfound powers too.
Does that only work on Beep Boop?
You can only, what?
The spell was cast. Does it affect everyone?
No, just
Oh, okay.
Put it on 0.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so you didn't take any psychic damage from this thing. Holy fuck. Alright,
Redacted,
what can this
redacted,
thing do
redacted.
to you now? What can it do?
So am I still stunned or?
I think so, because all the other things still happened. It
Yeah.
hit
Okay.
you.
It
You were just
definitely
immune to
hit
the
me.
damage. It doesn't. That spell doesn't
Okay.
give you
Okay.
immune to or immunity to stun or the grapple effect.
you
Okay.
can't be charmed.
Yeah. So I think you felt this this wave of corrosive psychic energy just wash over your mind, but there was some sort of just steel shield there, and it just washes over and around it. But you're a mind protected but under siege. So you're just kind of shocked and stunned, even as you're immune to the psychic damage. You're still stunned as you're just struggling to keep them at bay. God, fuck! What can this thing do to you?
Wow.
It's a real mean thing.
Sorry.
Okay, that
Give it
does
tentacle
piercing
hugs.
damage. Okay, so we can still try that. But the other one. Oh man. Okay, so the one that has you grappled does have something it can do, and while it relies on psychic energy and damage for so much of its typical hunting, it's still got to get that brain, and it get that brain with a big old beak hidden behind underneath all those tentacles, and having you stunned there,
Shit, this
its
is high
tentacles
stakes.
on your head, its beak stretches open to start opening your skull like a tin can. It's going to try and use its extract brain ability against you, which it can do against an incapacitated humanoid grappled by the Mind Flayer, which you are. You are incapacitated, and you are stunned. which means it has advantage on the attack against you.
Oh god.
It still needs to. Alright, this thing needs. It has a +7 to hit right here, and you have a 21 on your AC. So it still needs to. What is that? Like a. Oh god. 14?
Yeah.
14 to hit, so it has advantage.
Uh,
I got a 1 and a 17.
woo.
So that hits.
Can Nibbles see this happening? This is the only question I have. The short man from behind that far away, I don't know that he can.
Yeah, because this is,
Fair to
if
me,
this
I
weren't
think.
down, I
Yeah,
would say, if it was a like level, I would say it could, but.
Can't do anything about it.
So the beak begins to try and carve its way into your brain, and I need all the d10s.
Oh, they
I
don't.
got some over here if you need.
I'll just roll my 5d10 twice, don't
Oh.
worry.
Oh,
Gross. It was good knowing you, Xerox.
Yeah, no, I had
It's
a good
fine. It's fine.
plan. I was gonna fuck up the control room.
I hope you wanted to play Togetops.
it's just brain damage, you know.
It's
like it's
It's
fine.
fine.
With a lot of very impressive rolls, that ends up being 77 points of damage,
Oh.
piercing, which of course is halved into your rage.
77.
36,
36. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
The other one, is actually a different kind of mind flayer, and it has a few more abilities, spell abilities at its control, and it is going to. Oh, it has that too. Okay, good to know. It's going to reach out to your chest, and it's going to cast Shocking Grasp on you. This is going to be a spell attack from it, also having advantage. Spell attack modifier. Okay, +7. That is, however, going to miss. You just like struggle, retch, and push this thing away just in time as like the arcane energy charging, this electrical energy charging in its hand, disperses just like inches from your chest. You feel the heat and the burn of it, but it does not do any damage to you. That's their turn. The crew of this vessel is going to act. Big boy, big Dwergar here is going to attack you. Beep boop. Beepity boopity.
I have half. Yeah.
Oh, from your.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't have advantage. Because its friend is dead. That doesn't hit. So it swings. They do get. These guys do get 2 attacks though. So second attack is going to be a 15 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, both attacks from this guy miss. However, he saw more of these things go invisible initially, and while another one climbs aboard the ship here, and another one here. But these guys are, never mind, they get aboard the ship, but they're not doing anything, and they're definitely not invisible. I'll say that you guys can hear as these guys are large and wearing armor and stuff, they, at least one of them has missed a stealth check at this point, I imagine, if I were doing those for them. And you hear more of these things climbing and getting aboard the deck that's round, leaving their turn for next. After ship 1, the Nautilus ship 1, we have Gray, and then Nibbles is up next.
Yeah.
This is Gray's turn, not Shippy's turn.
Gray's turn, not Shippy's turn.
Gray wants to release from Shippy, but he's been a swordfish before. This feels very swordfish-like. He's gonna hang out for a bit longer.
Okay. Stay on Shippy, okay.
It's like a primal instinct taking over. He doesn't want this, but...
Alright, hell yeah. So we'll pass you on till Shippy's turn. Nibbles then.
Nibbles saw his and run off the ship and knows that he needs to do something about it. So, Nibbles is gonna get 25 feet forward. I think we'll carry him to the front of this, going 1, 2, like 3, like 15. Can I see them now?
Yes. We can move this block since I was just showing that. I had just gotten aboard.
Well, in that case, I jump up on the wall of the ship.
Oh, well, let's put the block there.
No, fine. If I can see them now.
You're what? Yeah, Xerox is like 40 feet away from you.
Okay. Which one's grappling?
This one, Palpatine.
Palpatine. I will take a shot at Palpatine with a firebolt, and instead of just taking one, I'm going to twin that spell.
Ooh.
So I'll take 2.
2
One
fireballs.
sorcery point. 2 firebolts. Natural 20 on one! And 6 on the other.
No.
Oh no, see the 17 on the other. No, 15, sorry. I'm bad at math.
15, now this thing does not have cover from you anymore.
Yes!
So that's 3, 10 plus 10. No, that's okay. That's the natural 20.
All attacks against them, I'm remembering now, are with disadvantage.
Oh.
So we'll say the first one missed.
Because it was a 15?
The higher one was a 15, right? Oh, it was a natural 20.
I had a natural 20 and a 15.
Oh. We'll call that a natural 20. And then we'll roll again for the second attack. So we'll take the first 2 numbers as a single attack with advantage. Or with disadvantage, I mean.
So 15.
Oh, so that'd be 15. Thank you. Yes.
Which
So it
hits.
hits. But no
But
crit,
no
sorry.
Whatever. And then the second attack misses.
Okay.
So
I remembered.
you did it! Well done. I'm proud of you. Hard to remember. 18 points of fire damage.
18 points to Palpatine.
And I don't think that will. How far away am I from them at the moment?
About 40 feet.
Okay. Then I only use 15 movement. Can I like jump down? How far down? Can I?
Yeah. One of the drawer to the right of the stove.
Can I just jump down onto
Oh yeah.
the ship with my last little bit of movement and be there?
Yeah.
Say, you might want to let go of my friend.
Absolutely.
And
As you go, you take an attack of opportunity with advantage from a hidden foe.
Okay. What?
22 to hit.
That will hit.
Good. They do the 8.
I don't want to hit that. No, let it hit. Hold on.
Oh, enlarged. Yes. Good. So many things to keep track of. Good. 12 points of piercing damage from this enlarged Dwergar.
Why is he so enlarged? Calm down, buddy.
So
It's
mad.
not that kind of party.
You know, Shippy's not the only one in heat. Awesome.
But now they're visible.
Oh yeah, this one is now visible right up here. Like stepped aside as you ran and just cut into you in the back. All right. Nothing else for the nibs?
The Nibsters does not have anything else that he can use so now.
Awesome. Togetots is going to run over here. This one being distracted with having just tried to attack you, and is going to run over here and just try and shove the thing off of the ship.
Okay.
With an opposed athletics check. Why don't you roll for athletics for Togetots for me? Just roll a d20. Tell me the result. Oh, that's bad.
19.
Hell yeah. They rolled a natural 6. This Dwergar and falls and falls. This turn, probably, next turn, another 100, 120 feet, 300 feet down. A few turns will be dead. Because you guys are up in the air.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's
That's a whole other host of problems.
Togetot says, servants of abominations will be purged as well. And then turns to this one. And that's his turn. Actually, he gets 2 attacks per turn, so he's going to try to do the same thing to this guy. Roll me another one.
Oh, natural 1.
Natural 1, natural 9 is going to beat that, and they're just like struggling with each other as Togetos is trying to like just shove this thing across over the deck of the ship and into the space. Awesome. Toga's done. Ship 2 has
I
arrived.
was not looking forward to.
It's going to spend its turn flying in and attaching itself to the rear of Shippy.
Did we see that its doors were open?
Its doors?
Yeah.
You do not see any open doors.
Any open sphincters?
No open sphincters, as this group had a little bit more time before they were. They had a little more time after you made your unexpected turn to face them, and already has its crew on deck. And you hear screaming through the air this insecty ship also coming in close behind it. That ship is going to hit Shippy with a ramming attack. So it's going to make. Oh, are there rules for actually? Yeah, there should be rules for actually like running into the thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's rules for like the damage, but like, how do you determine if they successfully hit? Occupied. It just happens if it runs into an occupied object or creature. Oh, immediately makes a DC 10. Okay. DC 10. That's stupid. Okay. You're struck by the ship. Get into the nitty gritty of that at a future point. This thing is just going to. Shippy's going to make a save to have this damage, a con save. Shippy, I think, has a plus 3, so the 16 will have the damage coming in from this thing. But it is going to wrap its tentacles around Shippy and bring its enormous ship beak to bear against it. It's 32 points of damage to Shippy. Halved, yes.
So 16?
Yes. And then this thing also took some of the damage from slamming into Shippy. And this thing does not have the same ability to mitigate that damage, so it ended up taking more damage from that than Shippy did. Alright, that's ship 2. Its crew also is going to act. It also, presumably, you imagine, had some invisible elements aboard their vessel. And 2 more of these strange creatures come out of are on board or on the deck of the vessel. Oh, hi, Kidu. And they, I think, are going to. One of them also is going to. One of them is going to cast a spell on the 2 of them, and with a shimmer, they both go invisible as well. that's going to be their action. An unpiloted ship has, an uncrewed ship seemingly at this point has collided with you.
That's weird.
Very weird.
Yep, and then ship 3's turn, coming in behind, still a turn away before it arrives. Shippy.
So, Shippy was gonna swordfish this one, but it's got some company now.
Uh-huh.
So he's gonna do death roll, an alligator death roll, and try and get these tentacles off of it. I don't know if he could speak through Chippy, but I want him to say like, "Tight hold,"
He's got gravity. It's fine.
and just gonna try and start death roll and spinning, trying to like drill into this guy at the same time, break the hold of that one, and try and move away from the situation if he can.
Okay. That's a complex series of objectives there. You can definitely, you have your like tuning blades like already inside this ship in front of you. You can definitely do damage to that if you want. I guess I'm gonna ask first. Which do you want your primary goal to be? Damaging this vessel or freeing yourself of your entrapment here?
I think freeing myself and trying spinning people off of Shippy that are on Shippy.
Like enemies? Like
Yeah,
they're on
or
board?
just yeah. He maybe wants to break free, but trying to do a little bit of everything.
All right, that's unhelpful.
Yep.
But break
he's trying to-
free sounds like the priority.
Yeah. But no, because he wants to destroy this Nautoid. He sees he's gonna destroy the Nautoid. That's
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Decided.
Sounds like a much cooler
Decided.
action.
Yeah.
I love it.
Split in half.
I just don't want Shippy to die.
Kick his ass, see
Shippy,
that.
what's Shippy's HP at right now?
369.
Shippy's good for a bit.
Nice.
Good for now.
Nice.
I know,
Nice.
Nice.
I would let you, in
Seriously.
this circumstance, do your full like up to 16d10 damage if you want to focus on attack. I would say there's maybe, if you consider a scale, you could drop that down, and the more you drop that down for damage, the more likely you'll be able to get free of them as well.
Okay.
So you kind of have a balanced away. So 16d10 damage if you want to focus on just gutting this thing, and then you can crank that down to like 14 or 12 or 10 or whatever you want to increase your chance of breaking free.
I'm gonna go with 7.
7d10?
Yeah, that sounds good, right? Yeah. How healthy is this Nautoid looking?
It was bleeding a while ago.
It's
Is it-
it's definitely bleeding from this thing, this wound. There's like you can like through Shippy's senses, like you can almost like smell this thing's wounds and blood. It is, I would say, maybe just under a bit of bloodied.
8 to 10. 8 to 10.
Okay.
$44.
44 points of damage. I'm gonna say in this situation, like it's gonna roll to reduce that with disadvantage since you are. Yep, that's not helping. You said 44.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
44 Shippy damage.
44 Shippy damage. Nice, definitely bloodied now. This vessel is just like oozing fluid, and you can feel like this one releases immediately and begins to try and like, instead of pull Shippy towards it, is now like using its tentacles to try and push Shippy away and free itself. And you can also roll me, let's say, an opposed strength check.
Mm-hmm.
His strength is +5 according to the thing on there.
And you can roll that with advantage. That's your
18 with the +5.
this thing gets a 16. So you disengage from this vessel, and this one disengages from you.
Okay.
So it like starts to separate a bit, and 2 of your crew are now.
It's fine.
We're good. Don't worry about it.
One of us can fly.
All right. That ends Shippy's turn.
Yeah.
I'll scoop
Yeah.
this one
Is Shippy actually free from this other ship?
up. Yes. Yeah. With that action, you gored this one, causing it to just release you, and you broke free from that one. So you are
Okay.
free.
Do I want to move away?
Do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and maneuver like around behind this other the Nautiloid that's kind of facing me. I want to like maneuver over it.
So you want to try and like, you want to try and get behind it over
No,
here.
this one over here.
This one here. You want to try and
Yeah.
get around and behind this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so just like swap the characters on here.
That's a pretty funky move.
I'm doing it
would
like
you
Top
roll
Gun
on a-
style where I go over the top.
Pretty sick. Now you guys are like upside down.
Yeah.
Gray's flipping him the bird as he flies.
This maneuver can't
Maverick.
be done. It's impossible. I do
You're cashing checks your body can't handle.
You're writing checks.
You're
Body
writing
can't cash.
They're bouncing checks. That'll end Shippy's turn.
All right.
Dang it.
Yeah. So relative to this, it's there. Imagine though there's a large shell back here, so you can't really see this. There's like this whole shell like kind of going right here. So you can't really see them anymore. And this now is like back here somewhere. So we'll just put this on hold.
It could go home if it wants to.
All right. That's Shippy's turn. Would you believe it? He made it to round 3.
Whoa!
Believe it.
Oh wait, Ellipses didn't hit his turn.
Oh yeah, he's still brooding downstairs. We have enough people going on.
He's repairing his ship.
Yeah.
He's bailing.
His own tears.
All right, so that brings us back up to Beep Boop and Xerox on deck.
Okay. Timothy, get on those ballistas. Or get on the other one, I guess. 'Cause one of them is already doing their job. Unlike you. Okay, so I can't see Nibbles or Xerox because they are too far away.
Cool, yeah, Nautilus shell, like.
And I only know that there's one person in front next to me. Because everybody else is invisible. I am going to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna cast Blooming Blade as I like wrap out my sword out of its sheath and slam down upon mine enemy with a 20.
To hit this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
24? Okay. So, here comes the damage. 2d6 plus 2d8. Is that a 1? Yeah, it's a 1. Damn it. 5 plus 4 is 9 plus 7 is 16 points of damage.
16?
Yeah.
Nice.
12 of which is slashing. No. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Nice. What's the rest of it?
Thunder. And then, for lack of anything else to do with my turrets, I'm going to shoot them both at this creature because I can't see anybody else.
Nice.
So yeah, they're both gonna fire at him for a 24 and a 16 to hit.
Both of those will hit.
Yes. And that's gonna be a lot of damage. 3d8 each. 15 15, 20, 8, 12. So 32 altogether, and it's pushed backwards 10 feet.
Oh, very nice.
Ooh, very good. How much damage went with that too?
32.
32. More than enough to kill him, but you, in the same fluid motion, dispose of the body by pushing it across, slashing it with the great sword with so much force. Just like cleaves open the chest through the scale mail and also pushes the Dwergar back over the rail of the ship and off into the nothing.
And then I will move and try to like find out if there's anybody else that I can run into. So I'll move towards the mid of the ship.
Which way around Togepi's trying to go?
Towards the closer to me side. The starboard.
Thunk. You run into a hidden figure.
That's the goal all along. Am I on my turn?
Alright. Still invisible, but
Hidden
you
figures.
know, you know that they're there. Just overlooked by society, but they're there. Oh my god, that
Her
dog.
bark has gotten so much louder.
Yeah. So
I love all the dice that I'm getting to.
so many
Actually,
dice.
really fun.
Alright, after Beep Boop we have Xerox, and then Ellis on deck in the gun.
Alright. Xerox is going to, despite the pain, wheel around and is going to recklessly attack Palpatine.
Did you break the grapple?
Did not break the grapple.
You're still stunned.
I'm
then.
still stunned until
You're stunned until the grapple's broken.
Okay, I'm gonna try to break.
Did they have to make dexterity saving throws as I was wrecking the ship, or was the ship pretty stable?
Yeah, you were like
Drilling.
yeah, drilling the inside of the ship out, but like without doing too much to the
Okay.
ability. So because you are, I mean, this is the deadliness of this ability. You're stunned and grappled and incapacitated
So
effectively.
I cannot do anything.
You have a bonus action, and that's basically it.
Okay. I'm gonna save that then.
But because they tried to eat your brain, you're still raging at least.
Yay!
Yay, rage!
Yay, rage. Okay, cool. I'm gonna rely on my friends.
I get by with a little help from my
Alright.
friends.
No bonus action?
I got some things I can do in my bonus action, but
Right.
no, they're contingent upon me being able to use.
Attack and stuff, yeah.
I have my second wind, but I'm gonna use that when I get treacherously low.
I have I just imagined a way this scenario could end, and it was pretty funny to me, but I won't spoil it. Maybe we'll talk about it like later after this and some other way. Yeah, Xerox stunned,
Make me pay for my
grappled,
mistakes, Mark.
incapacitated, getting wrecked, getting your brain
Just-
closer and closer being gobbled up by this thing. And Ellis is gonna go next. Ellis, taking some shots against this. This ballista that this gun or this turret shoots, or the bolts of this ballista shoots, rather. Ellis sees you, Beep Boop,
Mhm.
behind the target here,
Yeah.
and says, "Get out of the way, Captain! I don't want to hit you."
I taught you to shoot better than that.
All right.
Oh
I'm
god.
gonna go for it, taking 2 shots. If either of these is a natural 1, they're gonna potentially miss the target and hit you.
Okay.
A 17 and a 16. Both will hit the target.
Two natural
I
ones.
shot her.
Yeah. Commit to the bit.
So the first bolt sails into this thing. 18, 23, 24. Leaving us on the verge of death. The bolt like slams into it, like almost like taking its arm off at the shoulder. Just like this huge gaping wound, and the arm just goes limp immediately. The second bolt just takes its head off. Like it's like they're struggling in shock for a moment, and then just the head is removed. The bolt sails off, clanks against the Nautilus shell back here, and this thing is dead as well.
I like give the thumbs up to Ellis.
I had a good teacher.
I'm pretty sure actually it was Xerox who taught you. No wait, I taught you later after I almost killed you. That's
No,
right.
Xerox missed both times, so
Yeah, no.
clearly didn't
No,
teach
when
it.
we were doing the training montage, you were
Yeah.
training everybody else to use ballista, but I was killing Ellis during that time.
I was busy murdering Ellis.
Yeah.
Excellent. That brings us to
The training montage.
Nautilus Ship 1. They are going to. Alright, so those two can do focus on Xerox. Well, they can't. Ooh, but they see a new enemy has arrived. Okay.
Player 2 has now joined the campaign.
Player 18.
He was one of the first.
How do we repair shipping?
Fast mending a lot.
Yeah.
I actually don't think we figured that out quite yet.
Can you take a long rest?
Shippy shut down. No, wait, Shippy, don't shut
We land first. Shit.
down. It's just like Wile E. Coyote. The ship just drops out. It's like, help me.
Who's that?
This was the
Oh,
other one.
okay.
You just shifted around for the reasons. The one that still has you is going to do another extract brain attack. It can do this so long as it has somebody grappled, and it still has advantage on the attack, but it needs to hit a 14 to get you. That's a 4 and a 17. So that's another 10d10 piercing
can-
damage.
Oh, I don't know what it was. How much did it do? Because I can bend luck and reduce it by a d4, but
Oh, the attack?
yeah.
It rolled a natural 17, so that brought it to 24, which is 3 above. Yeah.
I'll do it.
You'll bend luck and reduce it by
Yeah.
4?
Well, by a d4.
Oh, okay.
Heart of the dice.
A 1!
Oh.
Still hits.
It's worth it.
Nice try. Good thought. Definitely when you use it when they're bringing out the big hits
Yeah.
like this.
It's not killer.
Thank God for rage.
I know.
Oh my god.
Seriously.
We'd be done by now.
That's a 1. Just a 48 piercing damage this time.
48.
Half
Only
to 24.
48.
That number.
Can feel it. It's still just like struggling to grab. Like so much of your attention, like you're still like feeling this like psychic energy just wash over your head as this thing's like grappling and tentacling you. Still protected by the magic of Mind Blank. And so much of your focus now is just going into like this limited amount of struggling you can do to keep this thing from just ripping into your skull. And you're holding it off for now, but for how long?
For how long?
This one has shifted behind you, or well, kind of between you and the sphincter door you were trying to get to, and holds out its hands again, this time charging even more electrical energy. Instead of just reaching out to shock you, shoots a lightning bolt straight through you and
Yeah.
into Nibbles as well.
Oh.
That seems like unfair.
Dexterity saving throw,
Unnecessary.
please, which I think you automatically fail as you are stunned and grappled and everything. But dexterity
It
saving
sucks
throw.
because I
from-
don't even get to roll dice in
No.
this situation.
Jeez. I know, it's like even less things to do.
We don't know mind flares, so.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
So typically, so I was just playing my character.
Yeah, charging in.
Wasn't stupid.
Yeah, so you have the damage. You did save.
Thank God.
D6s.
I take it.
And you're having a have at that point? Because rage?
I'm not.
He's.
Oh, you're taking that. Right, lightning bolt.
I don't.
Lightning bolt.
I take all the damage and have that from.
34 points of lightning damage. Halved to the both of yous.
I got 2 guns. 1 for each of yous.
Alright, that's their turn. This one is going to just shift back over here. Actually, it's after zapping you, it's going to shift, yeah, between its companion and Xerox and you to defend the biter. That's their turn, and you've already killed so many dwarves, so many. But not all of them, unfortunately. Beep Boop, you have just a moment, or Nibbles, you have just a moment of notice before this thing's blade comes whistling through the air at you. Just its heavy footfalls giving the creak of the ship. Well, not creak, the squishy, fleshy sound of the ship. But it is going to attack with advantage from being invisible. 11. Open. That is going to be an 18 to hit.
That
Okay. This Dwergar is going hits you with its psychically attuned hammer and is going to do some damage to you. 18 points of bludgeoning damage on its first attack. In addition to the bludgeoning damage, it also does 3 points of psychic damage. It's going to attack 2 more times.
sure it is.
No longer with advantage because it's no longer visible or invisible. 18 to hit on the next one,
Yep.
and a natural 1 on the one after that. So get max damage on that hit, 24 points of bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and then 7 points of psychic damage.
Cool.
As this thing just smashes into you like with a flurry of blows, and you can feel like pressure from this hammer before it even hits you. It feels like psychic impact of damage, like this, like feels like a psychic blade is like at the front at the end of this hammer. So you feel this like piercing psychic damage before the bludgeoning smash of the hammer hits you, driving the damage home. That is the Dwergar Warlord's turn. A little bit tougher than his squishy minions.
Ow.
And that's everybody on Nautiloid 1. Gray. Still staying on Chippy?
What attacks can Gray do that isn't like damaging Shippy at the same time? Are there any attacks that?
Really, that's what the typically what the ballista are for.
Mm-hmm.
This may be something for me to consider in the future, especially with Shippy's design with the blades in the front. Especially in like close combat, like I feel like Shippy should have some ability to do damage without damaging itself with those blades.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense to me. I'll ad hoc something real quick.
Okay.
Shippy, just like the ballista, can basically, if you just want to attack with the blades, can attack twice. Actually, let's make it different. Instead of attacking twice, just attack once, like commit to one attack.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of 4d10 damage, we'll make that 8d10
Okay.
with the blades.
Yeah.
The danger is, of course, that it's, a 15-foot like range, so Shippy's got to be in the thick of it to use that attack.
Right.
So
Which he is now, right?
hell yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna try and find like a little tiny crack in between the shell and just try and just maneuver his way into the ship to try and cause more damage to it.
Awesome. Hell yeah. So make an attack roll, please. Shippy's strength.
12 plus 5, 17.
Deploy defense with a +7 hit.
That'll hit.
Nice. And you said
Big
how
ships
many?
don't have high AC.
How many D?
8d10.
8D10. Another 44.
Oh,
So it's separate from
44 more damage. Holy cow.
Just trying to like cut into it, waving back and forth.
Yeah, you like you make this like probing attack into the back of this thing where the like nodal shell is, and you see there is indeed like cracks and layers where this thing is like kind of like grown over time.
Oh, wait.
And you just like break in through the shell.
Wait, this is Gray's turn, not Chippy's turn. Right?
Oh right. Yeah, we'll count it. We'll just count it. Chippy comes later in the turn, but you didn't kill it this turn with this ability, so it's not. I don't think it's worth redacting. We'll continue. We'll continue and call it good.
Alright, Gray will continue with Chippy form then.
Hell yeah. Okay, yeah, just piercing through the thing, you can twist and you feel like...
This is the whole turn. I'm holding my turn to do this. My whole action.
Perfect. Twist the blades in the shell, and you first see it like pop and crack and groan and shatter as it's like breaks open through the back. More like fluid spills out, and like you see also like back there, stabbing into the back, you see what looks to be like a wardrobe spill out into space, like through the hole that you just created, and like just like spills out, opens, and you see all these like elaborate like robes and flowing, just extremely luxuriant robes that these mind flayers would be wearing, spills out and down into open space or open air.
He yells out, Escar, go away.
You take this inspiration, ripping with disdain, and you use it. You can have an inspiration.
Alright.
For real.
Mark of inspiration.
Fantastic. All right. So that's Gray's turn. Nibbles is up. Togatot's on deck.
I'm going to use a fifth level spell slot to cast Shatter in the midst of the chaos. Right, wait, is it 20 feet?
20 foot cube.
10 foot, sorry.
10 foot cube?
So I think you can only get all of those groups right there. So
Yeah, I would say you can do this one too. It's kind of split between its spots.
yeah.
You can get all
So
three. I mean, Xerox is one of those three. You can get all three of those targets. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna
Do it.
use a sorcery point. Well, it's a con save, so I don't really think that Xerox is gonna not make it. But just in case, I'm gonna use a careful spell to use a sorcery point to make it so that Xerox succeeds, and the other two have to make a DC 17 con save.
That tracks.
This would be Palpatine. What's this? DC
17.
17. Palpatine rolled a 19, and this one rolled a 9 and will fail. The Palpatine saved. Palpatine's the grappler, unfortunately.
Can I use my reaction to bend left to make them not?
I mean, it rolled a natural 19, so it's like,
I don't know what con is. so it
it's
doesn't matter.
con. Yeah, that's fair. Really, con is not its highest. No, it only has a +1, so it's 20.
Yeah, let's do it.
Spend that luck. You just need 2 or higher. 3 or higher.
So 17, 3 or higher. This is the dice I rolled
50-50
last
chance.
Three.
Woo! It fails. Bring that 20 down to a 17.
Oh wait, that's still say fuck.
Oh.
How did I do that? Well, too late. We tried.
We tried.
So now I have to roll damage. 68. Alright.
68 damage.
Oh yeah, 15, 21, 25, 31, 33.
It has advantage on magic resistance or magic saving throws. Oh wait, it already made it.
Yeah,
Okay, so I don't care. What am I doing?
the other one.
Forgot. Oh yeah, the other one. It got a 17 then. Or it rolled a 17, so 18?
God damn it.
Does the ship
If you want to.
If I take out.
Okay.
does the ship take damage? It
Um,
is shatter.
yeah. It would take some damage, I think, as well.
Wow.
Yeah, so how much damage?
33.
33 points
what
of
I said.
damage?
Watch the ship pulp in the sky.
If it's made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal, it has disadvantage on saving throws. So yeah.
The ship is like semi-organic.
Okay, so okay.
And I would say it would probably work against the shell structure, but you're hitting more of like the fleshy structure here.
Cool.
But it is going to take that damage, and it looks heavily wounded despite this.
And
And then these guys took that 33, but they have it to what, 16?
yeah.
Math. Okay. Palpatine's looking pretty wounded.
Yeah.
The grappler
The grappler.
and Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Fantastic. Anything else from Nibs?
Oh no, I could have done the thing, but I didn't. I forgot. No, Nibble's turn is over.
What could you have done?
Could have not taken all those hits earlier.
Hmm.
Oh, also. Is this
Whoa.
Oh.
It looks like
It
a
looks
one.
like a
It's
one.
practically a
Oh, the
one.
one's right there.
It's right
Yeah.
next to the 7.
But if you think about it, sevens are just two ones put together.
Yeah, that'll be the end of Nibble's turn. Because they can't do 2 spells unless one of them is cantrip, right?
Yep.
Okay. Good. Yep, and my turn.
Right. After Nibbles, we have Togetots. Seeing no enemies here on the prow of the ship, is going to turn back around, just looking. We'll get closer, I think, to being able to defend the weaklings in the ballista if anyone else boards the vessel.
How long does it take Timothy to get up to that ballista?
Oh, he's in it.
Okay, good.
Or he's getting in. He rolled a 5 on his initiative, so he's taking up the rear this round. So Togetots will just stay there, I think, and he'll prepare a little attack he's got up his sleeve, so to speak. And we'll go on to Nautiloid ship number 2. Each spot's 50. Gosh, everything's so far away so quickly. Yeah, I don't think. Never mind, that's too much to redact.
Bug ship. What's the bug ship?
They want you.
Damn it.
They're gonna get there as quickly as it can to provide support. Actually, seeing how heavily wounded this other ship is. Oh God, no. Yes. Yes.
Yas.
It's gonna come up to this vessel here. Seeing how heavily wounded there that Nautiloid 1 is, this one is going to meet up with this ship, and it is, you saw, or at least some of you saw, the last visible occupants on this ship already invis themselves. So as this ship like slams into or like arrives
gently nudging against their other non-alloyed vessel. You hear with some certainty the sounds of enemies boarding or disembarking that ship and coming aboard this one. But you know you've been fighting invisible enemies. There are more invisible enemies approaching. The Dwergar are sprinting to get in place. You hear them, the sounds of them clunking their way and climbing aboard this ship. And can I get anybody? Can get you in the Dwergar Warlord, which is not ideal. They're. Gosh, if I didn't have big old cone.
Totally looks actually pretty good. Demonetized.
Alright.
Yeah, I think they're going to just spend their turns moving as well, getting into a better position. You hear a flurry of activity. Many more are coming aboard your ship. I think even through your stupor, Xerox, you'd be able to hear that with your primal awareness. And Nibbles, you are definitely aware that the ship that you're on is getting a lot more populated.
Okay.
That's going to be ship 2. Ship 3 arrives on the scene to complicate things even further. Is going to zip in here, and it is going to spend this turn doing something similar to a ramming action, but instead of ramming is going to like basically fly in here and just kind of like cut with its wings the tentacles of these vessels, flying in fast and low and close, trying to shear off some of those tentacles in a drive-by.
Who's it attacking?
Both of these, basically. Both these, like, the non-alloyed ships, now they've kind of docked with each other. They're kind of like a mess of, like, tentacles and stuff. And it's going to attack both of those vessels by, like, ramming its bladed wings through the ships themselves.
Slugs are good.
We're gonna have to apologize to the gift.
Yeah. We don't know who's on that ship yet.
No, we don't.
And it is going to do some massive amounts of, or attempt to do some massive amounts of crashing damage. It is smaller than Shippy, this insect ship, so it has lower max here, but still can do some hurt.
Does it look at all similar to the Windhopper ship?
No, it does not.
There's a lot of ships right now.
There's a lot of ships out and about these days.
This would be the evil butt plug version of Toga Shock ship.
Does it have any two-headed axes on it?
I always forget to take notes during fights.
You right? It's like, oh, things were actually happening.
That's what I'm talking about. I like that whistle.
This blade, like the bladed wings of this ship, just like scour across both of these non-alloyed vessels. They are going to share the damage equally, doing 24 damage to both of these vessels.
Yes. Yes, queen.
That is enough as the blades like slice through like the tentacles of this non-alloyed ship, having already been like gored and spun and just like rotated, just like divested of whatever organics were inside it by Shippy's multiple incisions. This ship, you feel the just like sudden lurch as whatever is holding it in the air dies. Its ability to keep itself aloft, gone. This vessel is suddenly plummeting to the earth.
Shippy's blades are still embedded in it.
Yeah, and as it falls, like it's like cutting through and around, like kind of like dragging Shippy down a little bit, but like this thing is not strong enough to support its own weight on Shippy's blade, so it will just rip through its own like non-alloyed ship body.
So the tentacles on the other one aren't holding onto it.
This one was like, yeah, the tentacles got like fucked up on this ship as well.
So would the tuning fork blades hit this group here?
No, there's a little
Oh,
bit
that's
more
like
to
a
the
shell.
back of this.
Okay.
There's a little bit more in the back of this thing. The shell.
Nice try, though. Nice try.
I know. Had to ask.
So you begin plummeting to the earth in a free fall.
Descend.
So we'll put this just to start remembering that there's a height change here between that and those. No, it should be. Oh yeah, it should be not falling. Thank you. Okay, and this thing will be up as well, having flown through. Fantastic. Wow. All right. So at least part of my, that vision of people plummeting out of the air is coming true. So this is fun. The ship is falling. It will begin falling and quickly. And that ends Insectoid Ship 3. Its turn. And now it's Shippy's turn, which
So
we
Gray's
did
doing all
already,
this cool
mostly.
shit, but at this point, seeing the ship fall, he's gonna spend his movement.
I think we already did Shippy's stuff on earlier in the.
Yeah, but this is the movement because I didn't get to move
Oh.
or anything, and now that they're falling, I
Start
would like to be
going
able to.
after them?
Yeah, I would like to try and stay rotate around them as they fall down. Trying to have maybe the people on board our ship grab them,
All right.
which I'm sure would be some awesome maneuvering. But Gray's got a lot of flying experience.
Gray's fucking. He's been an eagle. He knows how to
Yeah,
do
he's
this.
put his hours in.
Easily several thousand hours.
Just like the simulation.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, so Shippy, for now, can keep up with this falling craft. Put you on the same elevation again. Awesome. Anything else with Shippy?
Nope. Did all the cool shit already.
Awesome. All right. Tomothy is going to go.
Oh, did Shippy feel any presence on the ship? I know it could feel when things are walking around.
Very good question. Why don't you give me a perception check as Shippy?
That'll be 9 plus whatever Shippy's wisdom
What's
is.
Shippy's wisdom score?
He doesn't have one yet because you haven't given me. The thing says 0 for all of
Shippy's
them.
much wiser
Yeah.
than a dead ship.
I
For now, I
figured
can add a +2.
Okay, so it'll be 11.
11. Shippy, no, I don't think at this point Shippy senses any other.
Okay.
Once Togatot's through the last one off, or whoever did.
Gray's more focused on combat than
Yeah, I think Shippy is too.
they are one.
Oh no.
Go to bed.
All right, Shippy's turn ends. Tomothy can go, but you guys are now sailing down after this plummeting ship, so there's not really anything to shoot at.
Can we shoot up at the other ship?
Yeah, you can do that. Oh yeah.
Or if you can, if you can see any of those.
Yeah, he's not gonna be able to hit
Creatures,
anybody
yeah.
on this ship because that would be. The ship's kind of falling and twisting and turning as it does. So
Okay.
Very difficult shot.
yeah.
You'll take 2 at the other ship.
Yeah, take 2
2
shots.
by
Yeah,
one.
2 shots at the other ship.
And that's plus 10, so 12 and a 21.
21 hits.
And 40, 10.
Ship 1 dead.
11 plus 4 is 15, 17 points of damage.
Nice.
He did it.
Nice.
Thomas, he did it. He's so proud.
Man.
That was a good idea to get those upgraded.
Nah, we don't need it.
Oh, plus 2.
Oh, +2. +2.
No, just plus 2.
Okay. All right.
Hit once.
Cool. That brings up the end of that round. And we go back up to Beep Boop.
So we are falling around. Is there a point where I can see the creatures on the ship?
Yeah, I would say so. You guys are on. Beep
On the
Boop
board.
is aboard Shippy still.
Yeah.
And the Shippy is chasing after this nautiloid vessel as it spins and plummets.
Mhm.
So occasionally it's rotating into view. You will also notice that they're aboard artificial gravity is failing as well.
Oh.
So they're like plummeting along the ship, being kind of like partially like also like battered by it and moved around, and may get dislodged from the ship as well.
Okay.
But there's definitely a moment where you can see them if you want to pick your moment. You got one shot.
One shot. One opportunity.
Opportunity knocks.
Will use my shot to cast Shatter because it seems like the thing that. Like, I see that the thing has hold on Xerox.
Oh wait.
And
Hasn't
I
let go.
want
even
it
as they
to
begin
not be
plummet.
able to hold on to Xerox. So I will hit Shatter.
I'm sure
on
Xerox would love that as well.
So it has to make a con saving throw again. I will do this at 3rd level, and it'll be 18 con saving throw, and it has advantage.
18 con save.
Yeah.
Oh, it has advantage. Thank you. This dice is just too big. That's a 5 and a 3 on the dice.
It's not gonna cut it.
And you're hitting just Palps or both of these guys?
For everybody over this, it's a
Okay.
10-foot sphere,
Cool,
so Jared is gonna have to make a con saving throw.
Little guy makes it.
That's 10, 18, 24 points of damage.
24 points of damage to all targets.
Constitution saving throw, Jared.
You're taking more damage.
Welcome back. Die.
23.
You succeed. You take half that.
You said 24?
Yes. And the ones that fail get pushed back 10 feet.
And they all. Oh, little guy did not fail, but Palpatine did.
Get blown away.
But even before Palpatine is blown back, the force the force of the like shocking energy just like goes through it. You can feel it like around your ears, like the sound, the overwhelming, like deafening blast of this like thunder damage, this shocking eruption of magic. You can feel like rattle your skull, but your skull's like in contact with the thing's beak, which you can feel also just begin to rattle until it shatters inside this thing's head. This thing just like its own mouth just like breaks and just like with shrapnel just blows back into its own head, killing it. And it falls back against the wall, dead.
Nice going, dude.
And you come out of your stupor with this enemy turning around suddenly like struggling to stay on their feet after the shocking blast, but even more sees you free, and you see an absolute look of terror fill its eyes, seeing you unleashed, and it's right behind it. Anything else?
I have a bonus action, and if I can target anybody with my... Well, I have one turret to shoot at... Well, wait a minute. I'll use bird to fly towards it, since it never handed off to Tomothy, and shoot 3 scorching rays at the other one.
At this guy?
Yeah,
Cool.
because it's got my thing on. So...
Go, bird, go. Aerial drone attack.
Lowest is a 17.
All will hit.
That's what I'm talking about. 2d6, yeah. So, 10, 15, 20.
20 points of damage.
20 points of fire damage.
Nice.
He's got scorched.
Those are nice flat 10 numbers.
Yeah, so
It's
good.
so easy for the maths. All right. Oh yeah, that one's looking wounded and like pretty bloodied as well now.
That will take my time.
Okay. All right. So that's beep boop. Xerox, you are free at last.
She's a free woman.
Xerox turns around and
This guy's getting so.
immediately is going to, with a just howl of rage, just start wailing away with her hammer on this guy.
Yes.
So, recklessly attacking.
Of course.
Didn't even have to say it.
29 to hit. It just feels good to say them. 16 points bludgeoning damage.
16 points of bludgeoning.
She will use her bonus action to shove. Knock prone or knock him prone. Try to knock him prone.
Oh yeah, so opposed athletics. Got all this advantage and resistance against magic, but not getting fucking smashed in the face with a hammer.
20.
13.
Okay. And
Sorry,
she'll
11.
With advantage, she'll swing again. Not that it matters because she already used reckless. 28 for 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and she'll scoot him 5 feet back using her crusher feet.
Nice.
You knock him prone, the first attack crunching into whatever there's no like, you expect the sound of bone breaking given like the impact that you've smashed bodies. There are no like internal bones in the same way. Like this thing is like, does not contain like an internal skeleton the same way you do. And there's just like this unsatisfying wet thud of a noise, but it slams it to the ground nonetheless. And second smash right down. You know there's a hard part on these things, the fucking beak. So you smash down right on the head, dead.
Nice.
She's going to use her.
And I think from now on, everything on this is going to be done at a disadvantage as this is plummeting through the air. And at the last moment, this is now just like falling with the last bit of like gravity or anything is gone, and you are free falling with this vessel, not really on that vessel at this point. So imagine this just kind of slowly like rotating and falling through the air, and you're going to be doing your best to control your descent and get where you want to go. What do you want to try and attempt here?
Shoot. She's going to brush past, try to put herself between Nibbles and this guy here, and use her action surge to grab Nibbles.
Oh.
You can grab Nibbles just as a part of your movement or movement interaction.
Okay. Well, as she's running, she's throwing her shield. She's stowing her shield and grabbing Nibbles with the other arm. And she's going to jump, use the rest of her movement to try to go towards the ship, and action surge to dash.
All right. So this is not to scale anymore as far as distance goes.
How
you guys
far
fall.
would I be able to get?
So let's see. Let me just do a effectively just kind of a luck check to see how close Shippy is to this vessel. You guys plummet after it. With Gray's intention to follow it, you're going to be pretty close. I'll say at this point you are. Let's see. So we'll say you are 80 feet from Shippy.
I wouldn't be able to make it. I'd almost make it.
You don't need to make it aboard Shippy.
Almost is close enough.
Just got to get in gravity range.
I mean, truly, that's like one of the weird things.
Close
So
counts.
I'd say I'd make it from 20 feet.
And jumping on the flying
Okay.
ships.
Jumping aboard airships. Yeah, so you're like flying through the air, jumping towards Shippy, trying to catch up as Shippy's like speeding towards you as well. So we'll put you just kind of like on some blocks here.
I technically fall between my.
Yeah, because you failed to make a landing, you begin like the flight just gives out and you begin to fall.
Okay.
The Shippy's already like chasing down, so we'll see what happens next. Ellis is up and gonna follow Tomothy's lead and lay some shots at this other vessel. taking 2 shots. 2 15s.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be plus 10 each. So yeah, those are gonna hit both of them, and that's 10 damage each.
Yar.
Jeez.
Plus 2.
Plus 2. So that's 31. 31 plus 41, 47 plus 4, 51 points of damage from the 2 shots.
Ellis is quickly climbing the ranks.
She's gonna get a promotion.
Gunner, private class. I know my other ranks.
Great. Staying aboard Shippy? Or staying plugged in?
Yeah, Gray will stay. He's still in the primal rage.
Oh yeah.
The Shippy rage.
Yeah.
The
Oh god,
The-
Shippy the barbarian.
Yeah. Yeah. Should be the horny barbarian.
Barbarian?
So much depth to character here.
Awesome. So we'll have your turn complete on Shippy's turn. And Nibbles is up. You are.
Held aloft by the beautiful arms of orc woman.
It's been a while since Xerox has protected you, not like tucked you in underneath her arm and protected you. That's really nice.
Good, great. How far away are we from the ship?
About 20 feet.
How far away am I from? Am I 30 feet away from? What's his face?
Togetos?
Togetos is like right
Yeah.
here. On the, you probably can't even see Togetos. Well,
That's fair.
the ship's like heading down.
Oh,
like
okay, yeah,
here.
that's fine. I am gonna hold my action to cast haste. So I guess I'll cast it, but I'm going to use a number of sorcery points to spend that spell, so I can cast it on Togetos and Xerox when I
Ooh.
get into range.
Yeah. So,
I guess Togetos
what is
are-
it? 60-foot range?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're probably just out of that.
No, that's a 30-foot range, sorry.
30 foot, yeah, definitely out of that. Okay, so you're just gonna hold that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you spending your reaction, you're spending the spell slot, and if those conditions are met, you get to activate the spell.
Okay. I'm just yes, that'll happen. I'm just waiting to see if I'm gonna do it. I'm thinking between doing it on D2 or do it if I can't. You have to.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do it on both.
I'm gonna do it, or I'm gonna do it on Xerox and one of the machines. And I don't know which one.
Okay, cool.
I'm thinking about it.
All right, that is Nibble's turn. Togetons's turn. It's going no more foes since things changed really dramatically in the last turn. No foes were able to board the vessel. God, they just wanted to stop. God, they were so close. Yeah, he's gonna keep holding his turn to deal with any enemies that board. He doesn't have the ability to fly and does not want to plummet to the earth.
Coward.
So if any enemies come up, he'll do some damage. Remind me if I forget. That's Togetots. Ship 2's vessel. Not a whole lot of point being on here anymore, so they're going to be flying down as well. And yeah, you see this ship, this nautiloid vessel. This one is dead and falling. Put it like that. And this one is coming down to intercept it. You see. I shouldn't have marked that off quite yet. So we'll go. Yeah. So you see another mind flayer evacuate the dead ship
Oh god.
and begin floating through some arcane or magical or psychic means, floating through the air towards this one coming to rescue it from the other vessel. You also see the Dwergar warlord just leap can't fly, can't float. Just leaps off there and just like holding his like throws his sword or his axe away, throws his shield and his javelins away, like it's weight that he can disgorge from himself, and just like fans out, trying to slow himself down as he falls, hoping that something will catch him. He is plummeting. Ship 3 is going to come around another pass. It's going to come around, and it looks like it's bearing down on the still surviving Nautiloid ship. But that bank and turn is going to take up its turn this round. And after it is Shippy.
Shippy. Seeing Xerox and Nibbles flying, can Shippy sense them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna use his movement to try and scoop him up.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully, kind of coming down and
Yeah. Just give me a little piloting check. A little Shippy dexterity check.
It's gonna be my.
Shippy has a +2 to dex.
so 13 altogether.
13. Enough. It's like a little bit rough on the actual like contact, a little bit of a bumping. How about both of you take just 8 points of fall damage as you are picked up by the vessel. Both you're plummeting now. Shippy comes around underneath and just kind of like tries to just nestle you on, but just a moment of just thunk, and you board Shippy.
As I get close enough to Beep Boop, and I will let off my haste and cast haste upon Xerox and Beep Boop.
Nice. All right.
Do I still have an action, or was
Constitution saving throw from the fall damage.
For what? Oh, I advantage on this.
Because you cast it. You cast it before. You cast it before.
I have advantage. We're fine here. More than that. Oh, plus 11 is really 2 ones. Does it count?
that?
Turns into 2.
Everything's just 2 ones. If you really think about it.
Excellent. Anything else for Shippy this
Is
turn?
that his action picking them up, or
I
is
would
that?
say that's just the movement. They were close enough they didn't even have to take a dash to do that or anything.
The slow moving one. I want to try and sword whip it as it's flying through the air, like kind of floating.
The actual guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm shooting someone as they float down on a parachute.
Oh, fuck yeah. So the Dwergar is falling, and this guy is floating. Let's put him over here. An idiot. And he's like trying to catch up to like the vessel that's coming to seemingly scoop him up, like you guys just did to Xerox and Nibbles. Yes.
I feel like Gray has trained Shippy how to like swordfish attack.
Yeah,
He's transferred knowledge into Shippy.
Absolutely, yes. I love this. Absolutely. So let's definitely have to think about the rules further for Shippy's blade attack. But let's do a piloting check against the target's AC.
Okay.
How about?
So that's Shippy's dex. Nat 20.
Oh!
So as Shippy comes up with this thing, it's just like slowly floating over, just like side to side to side to side, death by like 50 million cuts, as he's just like little bits of mind flare baloney just float out in space.
This enemy up to this point has been undamaged. He has, what is it? He has 73 hit points.
It's
You
8,
have 8d10 damage.
so
but it's
80
a
right off the
crit.
bat. So he already does 80 damage.
Yeah, with the crit, he does minimum 80 plus 80. There is suddenly just a cloud of like this purplish pink fluid, aerosolized mind flare, as this thing is just totally eviscerated. and shredded by Shippy.
Calamari away. Oh wait. Damn.
Oh my god. Crit on that. Damn.
Well done. It was meant to be.
Yeah. Killed the pilot of the former ship died, or the ship died, and the pilot was trying to escape, and you ran him down. Great. Anything else you want to do, Shippy?
Shippy just gonna kind of keep tracking this other one. He's
Okay.
he's not backing down.
Yeah.
Sensors or is that's probably too much.
Sensors?
Does Shippy pick up anything on the ship itself? Anything
On board
walking-
Shippy?
Yeah, that's not the regular crew. But I feel like he's done enough. This is
Yeah, I think we'll probably roll with Shippy having a passive insight, which we'll add to Shippy's
passive
growing stat block.
investigation. Passive.
He's trained in the accordion.
And the loot.
But yeah, we'll say that at this point, no, like the passive perception doesn't pick up anything. From what you can tell, like having been aboard Shippy all this time, this second vessel, after it like hit you guys and was trying to board, you were able to get off of it, and Shippy didn't notice anybody come aboard in that limited time it was connected. So they missed their opportunity to get aboard because you so quickly got away from them.
I've been terrified this entire time. Someone's gonna come up and bite
They
my
were
brain.
so fucking close. I was like, all right, next round they're gonna get aboard. And there's gonna be like this huge fucking gank on Gray. Like they were gonna have like 3 or 4 Dwergar there, plus a Dwergar warlord, plus 1 or 2 mind flayers sneaking aboard the back of the ship from that initial arrangement. Did you mess that entire plan up?
His plan was to go to Water Elemental because I could use that as a bonus action.
Yeah.
And so everything around me would have been trapped in water. I could start grappling people, so I could return the favor. That was my big plan if it did happen.
Man. I was really looking forward to that huge sneak attack strike on you, or that stealth strike on you, though. But no luck. Sometimes
roll.
initiative just doesn't play on your favor.
Or it does.
And that's Shippy's turn, I think we were at?
Yes,
All
the end
right.
of Shippy's turn.
Tomothy's going to go with a quick pair of ballista against this remaining vessel. Rolled a 15 and a 3 naturally, so the 15 will hit. 3 will end up being a 13, which does not. So that's another 4d10 damage. 15. That's 26 more damage. 2. Alright. That ship's looking bloodied as well. Let me go back up to Beat Boop.
3 rounds or 4?
This entire.
Yeah.
This is the 5th round.
This is the 5th one.
15 seconds in.
Yeah. I mean, it's like what, 6 seconds around? So this is what, 30 seconds?
Yeah.
They're halfway there. Shippy's trying to teleport us away.
That's
We're
been pretty
halfway there.
exciting.
Although, I think at this point we might stop doing that. I'm hasted, and I'm too far away from anybody to.
I think Shippy's above this vessel right now.
Oh, we're above that one?
I think so. It was diving to pick up its crew. Yeah, but you guys are pretty close.
Does Shippy see anybody on the back of the ship, or they're all
There's no visible crew.
invisible crew? Well, since there's no visible crew, I'm going to cast Wall of Fire around the surface of the ship. Their ship. So like on the deck of their ship. I want to cast Wall of Fire surrounding as much of it as I could towards the front. You know what I mean?
Okay. It will pass through. I don't think the wall will stick to the ship.
Oh.
It'll pass through it.
I wanted to pass through. I wanted to sit on the ship. Okay. Well then. Changed my mind, but that's okay. We cast Fireball on the depths of the ship.
Hell yeah.
Dexterity saving throws.
Dexterity saving throws. Not for the important guys. They have advantage. That's a success. That's a failure. And the other guys. Okay.
30 points. Oh, wait. 34.
Fireball slams into the ship. This little mote of light just erupts into this huge flame. The two, well, you don't see the figures that survive this, but 4 Dwergar are just blasted away from the center of the explosion, making themselves visible. Their charred corpses being flung in every direction. Many of them off the ship as this thing is still like sailing or trying to fly downward. Even though like it's flying downward, but your ship, it also has like this like gravity, so they're like go launched up, and then they start falling back towards the ship like sideways. It's super weird.
And then,
Stick to it.
for a bonus action, can I shoot my 2 force blitzes at the tentacles of the ship?
Yes.
Cool. I don't know if it'll do anything, but both hit with 24.
Oh, the
and a
fireball also
29.
did damage to that ship. It was 34?
Yes.
34. Nice.
So that's 2 hit on 24 and a 29 to
Both
hit
will hit the ship, yeah.
the tentacles. So
Squishy parts.
what? 9, 12. 12, 18, 22, 29 points of
Wow,
damage.
definitely beat the damage threshold. 29.
Ooh,
This thing is looking heavily wounded. Fuck. Damn.
it's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we did a lot of damage to the ship.
Yeah, you did. Awesome.
I love everything!
Xerox?
We're winning!
Your turn.
Airship
Would
battles,
this
fuck yeah.
ballista have a shot at?
Yeah, because you're both still like flying downwards, and like Shippy's kind of like keeping the, or Gray's kind of keeping the deck facing the ship as best he can, I think.
You guys
Xerox would jump into the ballista. and
kicking
You
Timothy off?
kick Timothy out.
Kick Thomas
Just
out.
pick Tommy up and set him aside.
Grand Theft Auto, like stealing a car.
I need this.
I would take. Would you give me 4 shots since I'm hasted?
Oh. Huh. Sure.
Okay, first 2. 18 and 28.
Those will both hit.
I love everything.
33 points of damage.
Jeez.
And then 21 points of damage.
Tell me, how does Xerox destroy the second vessel?
So, she's as she sets Timothy aside, she says, "My turn." And she kicks what I should have done before, and just kicks the pedal and turns it around, and she says, "This is for my hair."
That was a very expensive dye job.
And she unleashes 2 bolts. One of them goes in the maw, and you just see the feelers just go dead.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Slams into this thing. It's like all the tentacles just like suddenly just droop. And the thing just lifts as it's like starts falling in a weird like listing off control rotation until it just collapses and falls free fall. You don't see anybody leave the ship for the first few moments. And then you see a number of figures, humanoids. This thing is like now plummeting away from you. Are you trying to chase this thing down, or are you let it fall away?
I think he knows it's been defeated at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just let it fall. Maybe kind of keep a close eye on it, but not trying to stay close to the bug ship.
Okay.
Gray likes himself a bug ship.
You see, must be like maybe a dozen humanoid figures scrambling on their way onto the deck from the inside of the ship, the below decks. And you see some just jump off the ship, some fall screaming. Others just are hanging on to the nautiloid vessel as it plummets out of the air. All of these figures are wearing scraps of clothing. Many are gaunt and worn and overworked, bare bone showing underneath the skin.
Yeah,
Anything,
collateral damage.
And that was Xerox's turn. Ellis sees no more targets worthy of her shot. She points, however, the ballista not directly at the insectoid ship, but in its direction, should she need to fire at it. She says,
Smart.
What's the play, captains?
Did we all? I mean, I'm guessing we all saw the bug ship cut.
The tentacles,
off.
and it seemed like it was they were being chased. So
Yeah.
we could assume that this thing is at least has the same intentions as us.
You keep that trigger finger ready should anything else happen. Don't fire unless told.
You got it. Just give me the word. And she puts her hand on the instruments to release ballista, or bolts, but holds steady.
People we need to save.
I know. Are we still in initiative?
I think at this point we can maybe be in a loose initiative
Okay.
for the moment.
Well then, tell me when I'm up, I guess.
Xerox goes, Alex goes, and then it would be Gray next, but Gray's still in Shippy. So yeah, this vessel is plummeting away from you. We'll put it at we'll put it at 100 feet from you now, as it plummets rapidly through the air. But Nibbles, you are welcome to go.
Nibbles is that won't work. That won't work.
Disintegrate.
Just put them out of their misery.
No,
Fireball.
I was thinking if I don't think I could do it anyways because the ship is gargantuan. Nothing. It's like if it's dead, it's an object now, right? Can I cast animate objects in this ship? And Nibbles literally has nothing to do, and at 3 hit points is just gonna like start walking towards the quarters and just be like, I'm tired, and just like gushing blood everywhere. That'll end his turn. I don't think he can do anything at the moment.
We go. Togotots can't really do anything. Ship continues to plummet, and then we go to Shippy.
I mean, there's 2 ships full of people.
One of the ships was doesn't really have any survivors worth mentioning. The one that was crocodile rolled and eviscerated. Whatever was inside that ship is dead.
It's
But the second ship that got bolted to death did have some survivors that are now trying to avoid the inevitable.
You hear over the intercom or through Shippy, whatever, Gray the Helper. He dives down to try and save the people.
You guys hear Shippy say, "This just in from Gray," and then you hear Gray the Helper.
He's going to dive the ship down and try and get into a position to try and save as many of these people as he possibly can,
Yeah.
catching them.
All of this did not happen at a great height above the ground. You guys were kind of at, just cruising height, which is, I mean, really up to you guys. We probably should have decided that
No.
earlier. I didn't
30,000
feet. Cruising altitude or 30,000 feet. But I imagine, typical like just flying height would be, several hundred feet off the ground probably. Was there any reason why you guys would have been flying higher than that?
because it's fun.
To intercept,
well,
intercept the ships that were
I think it's
flying
up to
down.
Gray how high Gray would want to fly, because Gray's
That's
been
fair.
playing with the ship and flying since
Yeah.
we left.
Yeah.
So
Enjoying that rut.
yeah,
How high would Gray fly?
And there was only like one round of turning to go vertical to meet them, so that
Right.
would have made, maybe another 100 feet of difference.
Not to like metagame, but probably like, where the air is healthy to breathe. At least what a bird would fly in, because that's what he essentially treats Shippy as a giant bird.
yeah.
So Shippy probably breathes, so.
Well, I mean, there's good air to breathe both low and high, Gray.
Some, geese fly pretty high, so it's,
How
I
high
don't-
do these fly?
yeah.
Tell me, Google.
Yeah, Google. How high does a shippy fly?
What is
Whenever
it?
uses you being
Near space. The stratosphere.
Geese just up there. Like,
Straight chilling.
between 5,000 and 6,000 meters above sea level. Damn, what?
damn, geese?
Damn geese.
That's like 1,500 feet.
Yeah. it's fucking
I mean, 15,000 feet, right?
Yeah. It's really high.
That's wild.
I did not expect that.
Well, let's just say 1,000 feet.
Okay.
1,000 feet.
That sounds reasonable.
Sounds
Those
reasonable.
in my head.
Nice round number. So, with 1,000 feet and them falling very rapidly, the vessel itself is going to end up falling faster than the people, with the remains of the vessel having greater terminal velocity than individual people with less mass. This thing is just a dense, like fleshy ship, and it is plummeting. But the people, having been like launched off of it, are falling at slightly slower rates as they hit their maximum velocity or terminal velocity, which I think is like pretty fast. It's like 170 or something like miles per hour. 176 feet per second, 120 miles per hour for the average person.
Okay.
So yeah, they're going to be falling 176 feet per second, which I think might be. Can Shippy even catch them?
I mean, they're wafy, so they'll float more.
That's true. They are these pretty weary, enslaved people. They're all bone and flappy clothes and bags.
Gray's gonna try. I mean, he has to help. You
Yeah.
know.
Have I given you a hard speed for Shippy? Well, it wouldn't be fair for me to make this ruling now. So,
Roll off.
yeah, why don't you just, we'll just set a DC for you for a pilotry check. To get the first, we'll say, to represent increasing difficulty as like the people that you're trying to rescue are more farther apart from each other. We'll represent like catching the ship first, because that's going to be accelerating away from you. You intuitively know, Gray Shippy. So reaching the ship and getting survivors from that first, which would be like half of them, that'll be a DC 15, and we'll go up from there as we collect more survivors.
It's a 2.
2 plus 5?
Is that what the Shippy's
What? Dex is
pilotry.
Dex is +2, it should be.
No, it's
Oh.
oh shit. I feel like it should be higher for a pilot.
How do you interact with Shippy? Do we ever decide like how one becomes one with Shippy?
Oh, there's at the helm. There's a number of controls and stuff that when you like stand in front of and like interact with, you basically
Ponytail?
like
Yeah.
basically like attuned to it in a way.
It was like sticks. Like would a character's like dexterity come into play, or
yes, I think
intelligence,
so.
or
I think,
please don't be intelligence.
piloting. I wonder if there's a. Well, for now,
I rolled a 2, so I can't imagine it's
it's
great.
not. You're not gonna make it.
Yeah.
No matter what we decide here, we'll make it a. Just do like. Probably would be intelligence if you're going by the normal stuff, but we can make it also like a survival right now. So you just call it a survival check.
Okay, so that'd be an 8. So that'd be
8.
10.
Still not enough. Like
Okay.
you're chasing after this thing, you're getting close, but they're still falling. You have only a number of rounds remaining in order to try and effect this rescue. We're all going to try again.
Yeah.
Falling around, still plummeting. Earth getting larger and larger ahead of you all.
Yeah, he's trying to get close enough that people could grab him out of the air too, if possible.
Yeah, and if you guys have any like ranged abilities to do anything to help here,
Xerox would, as soon as she got within
2, so 8 or 10 again.
40 feet, would fly out and dash back.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, I'll say like each round you can make an athletics check to try and grab somebody.
I mostly need to
So
know.
that provides we get
Yeah. I want to save someone, hopefully.
we get one.
What are the effects of casting levitate while free falling or on the surface of a ship?
Well, while you're on the surface of the ship, you would be levitating and you would still be using Shippy's like false gravity. But if you were going to target something that was not on the ship, then they would then be reoriented. Well, if they were far enough away from Shippy as the only artificial gravity source, they'd have to be like 150 feet away from Shippy.
You just float.
Give me an intelligence check with advantage.
Pray.
You know, make it a wisdom check, because it's like, it could be like an insight check for you.
That 20.
Yeah.
Plus 3, 23.
No, I don't think it would work that way because you're in an atmosphere locally to a planet. Yeah. They have to get like close enough to the ship before like the artificial gravity applies to them.
Okay.
So you can't just like get into the like close enough to them, then they all just go shook.
Right.
Because then all the debris and stuff would also be like colliding with Shippy.
And I'm sure the terminal velocity comes in depending on how they're landing, whether they like come in smooth or like slap, you know.
We just have marinara sauce on deck.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll still you'll still need to get like physically close to them, basically on
Cleaning
like,
bills can be expensive.
just like you picked up Xerox and Nibbles, for sure. Okay.
Okay, then can I?
So yeah, you guys can both take an action to try and get rescue some people. Did you want to take a jump off the ship to try and grab somebody? Or did you already do that and I forgot? Yeah, athletics check.
Are we with? I didn't know we were.
Oh yeah,
with
you're close enough. Yeah, like
Okay.
you're like this point, like 2 rounds. This is like the second round of Shippy like chasing after them, and you're like close, but like you can't get like quite angled. And the ship is like the Nautilus corpse is like rotating and like falling out of the sky. So part of the challenge is Shippy like arranging himself or orienting himself close enough to the ship to
He
relax.
quickly uses Mage Hand to start pushing people towards the ship.
A little 30-pound assist.
Well, I have a telekinetic shove attack that I can use
Oh, nice.
to push people.
12
Push them towards the ship.
12, not enough. Like you jump out there and like towards like this bit of like the ship to grab somebody,
and they like slip and fall as you're jumping towards them, and like like I can either fall or I can get back to the ship and try again. And you just like jump back to fly back to Shippy for the next attempt.
You're hasted still.
Oh,
I get 2.
Yeah, go for it.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
So many nat 20s.
And his speed is doubled, so.
My speed is. Oh, so technically I could go back and forth. Well,
You can just do one
I
big
can just
round.
do
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, each jump now can be twice as much distance. You can cover twice as much, I think, because haste doubles your movement speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the limit on your flight is just you have to land somewhere within your movement speed. Oh yeah, so you can go like what, 80 feet?
Yeah, so I can just grab somebody.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say as long as you're hasted in doing this, you can roll with advantage, but you already got a nat 20 this time.
Okay.
So you go and find a cluster of people, and you these are like humanoids. You're already bigger than the average person, and these people are skinny and somewhat starved. And you're able to just like grab 3 of them and leap back to Shippy.
Can I tell everybody to start handcuffing and or tying up anybody that's coming onto the ship? I'll tell the rest of the crew members to do that.
I'm almost done.
In Togatop.
You're saying.
Bind them.
Now you're
We
enslaved.
don't
again.
know who's real and who's not. Bind them until we can figure it out.
Agreed. Togatot says, "We found others that were serving the abomination. I'll
Don't
get
kill
rope."
anybody without permission.
Togatot runs downstairs and comes back up with rope out of the store. Awesome. So we'll go to you can do one of your shoves.
Yeah. I mean, it's like an attack. I rolled a natural one, so
Okay.
just remember that.
Some folks, some of these survivors have been picked up, and the DC to pick up remainers is going up.
Oh, and I'm hasted as well, so I'm gonna do it
Ooh,
twice.
nice.
just 'cause.
Another now.
Oh my god.
Oh, perfect. All right, Shippy.
Shippy.
Pilotry.
11 plus
11.
8, if we're going with survival,
Ooh,
would
yes.
be 19.
19 is a success. So you're able to go roll for me a d6.
4.
Nice. You're able to collect 4 more survivors. There's just a handful now remaining out there, still plummeting. Well, a handful, 5 still out there plummeting, and your DC has gone up again.
You just
to
hear,
catch your
great, the
remainers."
helper.
So yeah, you guys can both do your assist. This is the last round for trying to save these people.
I rolled a third natural one.
Oh my god.
But I rolled one of them as a 16.
Oh,
So,
16 plus?
the
a spell attack.
10.
Yeah, that would definitely make it
21.
20, and that is a success as well. Why don't you both roll for me a d4?
1.
Damn it.
That's 9 out of 12.
I mean, man, 12's not bad.
No, we tried.
You saved some lives.
Yeah.
we
I'm
helped
trying to
you.
think. I
Big
mean,
help gang.
Timothy could shoot them with the ballista.
We put them out of
Probably wouldn't help.
Yeah, this is one. Doesn't matter. No.
We need a grappling hook. Let's go back to the gnomes and get a grappling hook.
Chasing after these plummeting survivors till the last moment till you are forced to pull up. Some of them don't make it aboard, but 9 do. They're pulled aboard, and Togatots quickly and summarily ties them up, each to like their hands together to like their waists, and then to the next prisoner. So like this nice like chain of
Nice.
prisoners that he's
Chain
made.
gang.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 9 new people have come aboard your ship. They are in shock utterly, and furthermore have this sort of like kind of dazed, sort of glassy look on their eyes. You don't know what trauma they've experienced or what like magical or other like influence they had been under. But for the moment, they seem pretty passive and merely thankful for being alive, and certainly willing to put up with being tied up here. And you guys bank the ship up, just scraping almost against the ground. As you draw level and begin gaining some elevation again, you see the insectoid ship still floating above you.
Well, Gray's gonna like.
Looking menacing to some extent in its sleek and bladed design.
He's gonna position the ship so it's like floating up towards the insect ship, making it like vulnerable. You know, they can see the top deck, but still allow the guns to like train on their ship and just kind of like slowly move up to see if they do anything, and you know, try and flee if they do. Shots get fired.
Shippy, stop trying to teleport us.
Oh, yeah. You got it. I was so close.
Next time.
You guys hear as you guys draw a little closer, maybe like 200 feet away, as the ship takes no movement to aggressive movement, but it does keep itself facing towards you. And you see one Gith figure in like, looks like steel or silvered armor, like this plate mail. You can see this like huge, like long, like ponytail of red hair. They go to the prow of the ship, and you guys hear a voice in your head speaking telepathically to you, each of you, all at once. And it says, "You have what belongs to us. Return it, and you can leave without incident. We have a mutual enemy. Think upon your response."
Shippy, did I say stop teleporting? I meant
And that's
keep
where we'll end
teleporting.
this session.
I said keep teleporting.
You got it. It'll just take me 1 minute
God
to
damn
begin
it.
that spell again.
I'm assuming it's after the sword, right?
I mean, you don't know. But probably.
I don't think Gray would know. Would a mind flayer even get a meal out of Gray?
Not smart enough.
Gray's like junk food or something.
You're a tasty little snack.
I said organic.
Oh my gosh, that was such a good fight.
That was awesome.
First real airship battle. How fun.
I think that's really